All right, guys, but I think unless there's anything else, we could probably jump into it before completely probably lose my voice or something.
Are you sick or something?
Yeah, I got sick. Like I was heavy sick over the weekend, but felt and I was struggling to sleep. And then last night was the first night I managed to get some decent sleep in, and woke up feeling a little better. So that's good.
Oh, okay.
But still on the arse end of it. So
The arse end of it.
But yeah, no, doing alright today at least. Okay, but okay, so I'm gonna hit like a bit of a recap. It's not going to be a long one. It's just literally what we did in the last session. I don't think we need to. If there's anything anyone kind of wants important, or I don't know, anything anyone wants to know, they can just ask and we can chat about it or whatever. But yeah, let's, I suppose, just jump into it. So the last session we had started with Sassoon taking on Demanic the Wicked at the fighting pit and winning. It was a tough bout, but the final round ended almost as fast as it began, Sassoon landing a powerful knockout blow. Adon Sassoon set up a pretty decent training area at your cottage. While you're busy, some of the others arrive and help out a little. Jacques and Emma went out and did a bit of shopping, stocking up on some supplies. The rest of the day passes uneventfully, and eventually nightfall comes, and after dinner and a few drinks at the Stonehill Inn, you all meet at your cottage. It's dark, no lights on inside. You all enter the dark house, and as you all wonder where Sildar is, a light can be seen exiting the townmaster's hall and making its way to your cottage. Sildar enters with a lamp and bottle of wine from Creeping Vines, the halfling village at the foot of Gauntlgrim, renowned for their fine stock. Just before you begin your discussion, you notice that one of your group is missing. Sassoon goes out to look for Beardrick, but does not find him. The meeting continues anyway. Much is discussed, including the possibility of elves being sacrificed for some reason, and the stone's magic somehow being involved. The meeting is adjourned, and your group decides to head for the Stonehill Inn to spend the night in more comfortable lodgings. So, that is where we left off last time. Change something here. Okay, chuck it like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head to Beardrick. So Beardrick,
yes.
As you begin to make your way through the now quiet and dark village of Phandalin, all of this obviously happening just before the meeting your group is about to have in the cottage. The only light on your path coming from the moon. You dart from shadow to shadow in order to remain hidden from any unwanted eyes. I would like you to roll a stealth check for me, please. And also, what direction are you heading in?
If I remember correctly, northwest was the last sighting of my sister.
Alright, so you're heading towards...
There was some, I can't remember if there was a location specifically mentioned to me by Sildar, but there was definitely a compass direction that he gave me.
Well, I think initially the reason for you leaving was because of...
Yes, there was another reason to that as well, yes.
Yeah.
And, I'm using my leaving my departure to that advantage as well. So
okay.
Yes.
So you have a joint, you got twofold reasons for leaving the group then, alright.
Yeah.
And that's also just based off of what that little kid had given to you, or whatever had given you that package whilst you were at the marketplace.
Yeah. So, primarily, I suppose, I can't actually join it too because it's two different places.
Okay,
the one
so
was going back to,
Okay, no, that's perfect. So you decide to make your way out of Phandalin, heading on the normal road that would take you onto the tribal trail and in the direction of Neverwinter. So, you roll a stealth for me as you try and sneak your way through Phandalin unseen.
28.
28?
Yeah.
Boy, man. Alright.
Yo, that's very high.
Yeah.
It's a 2 and a 80 combined, actually.
You know, some people.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
So,
man.
Beatrick, you reach the edge of the village and enter a grove of sparse trees that border the beginning of the farmlands that surround the village.
Yeah.
As you silently thread your path through this tranquil grove, shadows of the tall trees weaving intricate patterns under the pale moonlight. A faint rustle pricks your ears before you can discern the anomaly. An uncanny hush descends upon the grove, an eeriness in the air that makes the leaves still and the night creatures silent. You hear the slightest whispers as if carried on a soft breeze. Beatrick. This time, coming from an almost completely direction, you hear again. Beatrick. Now, from right behind you, a few inches from your head, you hear a soft, deliberate voice that now slices through the quiet, echoing with familiarity. Beatrick, venturing off alone so late at night? I'm surprised. You immediately turn around to see Halia Thornton, her form materializing from the shadows with a graceful fluidity that bespeaks her command over the shadows. There is a tangible intensity about her, a sharp gaze under the hooded cloak pinning you in place. Skulking out of town without even a farewell? She says, her voice hinting at playful reproach. That's unfortunate, Beatrick. We might have shared a farewell drink, and some recent news about your sister, perhaps. How do you respond?
Well, I obviously turn around very startled, almost stumbling on my feet. I see her and I'll say, well, my lady, you can teach me a thing or two about stealth. But yes, I have many reasons for leaving. But I see you like to tease me with information that you never like to release. Do you know anything about my sister?
Indeed. Well, firstly, I hope you haven't been too reckless in your sharing of information, Beatrick. There are many dangerous... Yes?
Sorry, I've only ever tried to hold my end of the deal.
Is that so, Beatrick? Well,
is so.
it doesn't... I don't think that's come to pass. You never came to see me after any of your outings, so I don't see you holding up any deal.
I came to see you after an outing. What are you talking about? You had asked me to do something, I didn't get it right, and I even came to tell you about it.
Is that so?
Well, I mean, you told me I came to see you, so unless I was talking to somebody else that looks like you, I don't know what to say.
Alright, well, I don't know what, I can't remember what I told you, but did you know that there are multiple different groups hunting down a grey-skinned girl?
Grey-skinned girl.
Hmm.
And by grey-skinned girl, you're talking about...
Well, I'll let you fill in the blanks, Beatrick.
Okay.
Let me just tell you this.
Fair
One
enough.
group, shall we say, has similar pigmentations as you do.
Okay.
And then there's another group, shrouded figures festooned with tattoos and swords. Not exactly your friendly neighborhood quarrymen.
No, they don't seem to be.
Yes, no, I don't think so.
And where are they hunting her down? Do you by any chance know that?
I do indeed.
And
But
I suppose
first-
you want something in exchange to hear it.
You know me too well, Beatrick.
Ah, you see.
Well, firstly, since our deal wasn't necessarily concluded, you may have come to see me, but you failed in your prospective task. So I'll give you another chance. If you deliver what I want and help me out, I can give you what you're looking for.
Okay.
Obviously, you.
And what is it you want?
Well, I also know that, for instance, Sildar's men are also running around making a lot of noise, looking for the grey-skinned girl.
They are.
So in this game, those who make a lot of noise often lose their lives.
That's why I stick to the shadows.
That's good, Beatrix. But you haven't. You've been sharing information openly. You and your group.
Oh, well, you know, we're more of a family than a team, eh?
All right. But it's just a warning, Beatrix. I do like you, and I want to see you do well. I believe you, like I said, you can help me, even though you might have failed in your previous task. I do think that you are a capable person, and your group is capable as well, with the right direction.
Definitely.
So, will you be willing to assist me if I am able to deliver you your sister?
So, what is it that you need from me?
Wave Echo Cave. That's all I ask. Stake in the riches that lie within.
Okay.
I know you and your party are going to accompany the dwarf to the cave.
That is correct. Tell you what. Amongst many, there's many reasons why I'm also leaving, and it's not just for my sister. Me and somebody else in my party have been affected by a strange condition. And I know that if I stuck around, she would make sure I get healed instead of her. So if you can help me with a solution there, I'll go back to the team and we'll go to a Wave of the Cave for you.
Beatrix, I can do anything. Anything you ask. I just require something in return, that is all. So, as a show of good faith, you tell me what it is you want, and I will deliver it to you.
Tears of the Hunger.
Cure for the tears of the hungerer, you say. I'm sure this is something within my power to grant. I will contact my sources and I'll be able to give you an answer probably by the morning.
Just to be clear, I want it gone. We already have it. We want it cured.
I understand. You want a cure for this disease, which I, in fact, know you already have. You haven't been quiet about that either, which is fine, I suppose. But I'm also just surprised you haven't come to me with...
It's been a while.
I'm surprised you haven't come to me about this either. So...
Well, since the failure of the last trial you gave me, I figured, maybe you weren't so keen to talk.
Perhaps, but I also am a believer in second chances. So
well, that I admire about.
She gives a little bit of a deep-throated chuckle at that your statement. So,
now, this being a lady that I look up to because she's more than me.
So, Beatrix, shall we strike a deal then?
Okay. Just know that I'm delaying is something very important, but I will do that for you.
Her hand goes out and reaches towards yours. Hey?
And I shake it.
You reach out and grab her hand?
Yeah.
As you reach out to grab her hand, her form starts to shimmer and dissipate into the shadows. You don't feel a touch or anything. It kind of, your hand just goes right through as she vanishes into the shadows.
Does it still count?
And I'll just stand there and I'll think to myself, how the hell I should do that?
All right. And that will end that interaction as you stand there, Beatrix, amongst the trees just on the outskirts of the village, contemplating what you had just heard. The knowledge that Halia already had. Perhaps you might have been a little bit too forward and open about your wants and needs. For instance, her knowing about, her having similar knowledge to Sildar about the shrouded figures who are also out hunting your sister, along with perhaps additional information that you didn't know, the fact that other people from the Shadowfell and probably Netheril are out hunting your sister as well.
It seems to be the hot topic of the town.
Something is
Yeah.
attracting their
Okay,
attention.
so after that, pretty much, look into space where she used to stand, and then I'll turn back facing the town, and I'll say, well, there's no point in hiding now, and I'll just, with my backpack on one shoulder, I'll slowly start strolling back into town.
All right, perfect. Okay, and the rest of you, at this point, you all are finished with your discussion that you had in the cottage. You're all busy making your way up the street. You'll make your way back up the dark path towards the Stonehill Inn. Tranquility has descended over Phandalin at this point. The once bustling streets are yielding to the comforting silence of serenity that only nighttime can afford. The tavern's boisterous merriment has whispered down to only the faintest murmur, a half-hearted echo dancing in the chilly breeze. It's probably around 11:30. The majority of you, Emma, Adar, and Jacques, you make your way to your usual rooms on the second floor of the well-built inn.
So
There's
sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
So we're heading
No.
back into sleep. So we don't sleep in our own cottage yet.
Well, no, because that's what you guys had said previously. You said there's no furnished there. Oh, there's one bed in there,
okay.
one big bed. But then I remember you guys saying,
Yeah, okay.
and that's also why I had it in my recap notes, is that at the end of the meeting, you guys had agreed to head back to the inn because it's more comfortable and.
Okay, yeah.
Did
Sorry.
I sleep on the roof of the inn or
You sleep in a
back
tree.
in the cottage?
No, well, I think you had a tree
Yeah,
outside.
no, sorry. I'm also just trying to remember. We were still looking for Beardrick, but I think I gave up that I won't find him.
Yeah, you gave up after a while and headed back into the cabin and continued your discussion. But what does happen though is as you guys reach the inn and you're about to make your way off to bed, you do run into Beardrick coming down from the north as if coming into town, since the Stonehill Inn is north of the town and on the main thoroughfare that goes through the center of town there. So if there's anything you guys would like to say to each other at this point.
What does Emma see? What does Beatrix have with him? His whole kit or?
You do see him carrying all his gear and equipment. I mean, it is strange for this time of night. I think most of you would store most of your things in your rooms at the inn whilst you're staying in town, since you did have some time off. So you see him pretty much prepared for the road.
Do I have anything with me? My sword, my sword.
Yeah, you'll have your
dagger.
equipment. You'll have your needed equipment, definitely.
Okay, then I pull my long sword and I ready to do what I have to do, and I say, you disappear, leave me alone to deal with all of this on my own, you. And I walk up to him as if I'm going to fucking chop his head.
All right, Roy. Are you actually gonna chop his head?
Well, I'll take a swipe.
Oh god, okay.
All right, roll to
I
hit.
guess the Morton from that.
Roll to hit, there you go. While this is happening, by the way, Patrick is just thinking, oh god, here we go, I just dealt with one woman. No.
yeah, no. Let's start another TBK. This time by our own hands.
So what do I need to do?
Roll
So
to hit with your sword or
you
dagger.
rolling to hit with your long sword.
You've got the flu and I've got the snorter.
I hope you miss, because if you hit,
11.
I'm a class 14.
No. Beatrick, you easily dodge out the way as she tries to swipe her longsword at her. As she tries to swipe her longsword at you, although playfully, you do, not necessarily playfully, in a serious manner, but obviously not to hurt.
Yeah.
And you manage to easily just swipe and dodge out the way.
Do you have a bonus action?
Hey, calm yourself, buddy. Jeez.
I want my honey badger to go for the nuts.
You guys see a spectral badger appear.
Oh, my soul. Jeez.
Do you summon, do you cast spiritual weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm the Mockenfuhren.
As you see,
While
you see a
she's doing this,
spiritual...
I'm trying to stop her. I'm saying, hey, whoa, hang on a second. Let me just explain.
You see,
Ado is
it's
just
too
watching
late.
this.
It's a surprise round, so I'll
Okay.
still count this as part of that round. So roll to hit with spiritual weapon.
$14.
That's
That's
14
beats it.
smile
Beats
across.
it. So what would you like your honey badger to do?
Oh,
To go for the nuts.
there you go.
Alright. You just hear this like growling, like this, just lunges for his nuts, grabbing hold. Roll some damage.
Five.
Beatrick, you take 5 points of damage.
I haven't reset my.
Yeah,
points.
guys,
I'm
just
also
reset.
online.
Just reset
Yeah.
all your pages. Obviously, we.
Or is me and what's Abram's character's name?
Ada.
Your nuts are
Ada.
safe.
Are we seeing this? Are we like in a corridor?
This is happening in the foyer of the Stonehill Inn, just in the open space, in front of the table. There aren't too many patrons. You do see Toblin kind of standing behind the bar, like just tiredly sitting there, almost like half asleep. You notice you're entering, and now obviously with all this commotion happening, he sits up straight, so his eyes widening in surprise at what's happening. But yeah, you do see this happening.
I sort of nudge Adar and I'm just like, Silver on Beardrich.
Sorry, say again.
What do you-
Sorry, we were just sorting out the healing, so
Yeah,
just say
sorry,
that,
I was
yeah,
just
I
trying
was
to
helping her
sort-
out.
No, that's fine, no
Because
problem.
the last game with
Yeah.
Saki was, I was on 12 hit points and yeah.
And then died, yeah.
No, yeah, well, almost dead.
So what does Sassoon do?
I nudge Adar and I said, Silver on Beardrich.
Adar
Thank you.
immediately moves like to flank Beardrich and like press his like shoulders, hold his shoulders or his arms, and then casts Cure Wounds on him. And then yeah.
You see, somebody's got my back.
Okay, wait,
No.
okay.
No.
We're streamlining our interrogation methods now. She's got you by the nuts, and I keep on healing you. You'll never get
You
out
see,
of the
so
pain
it's-
until you spit it out.
I'm gonna misty step out of there so nobody can touch anything. Yes.
Alright, so you do Misty Step?
It's Nazi step.
That's misty now.
Alright, so you Misty Step then, Beatrick. Where you Misty Stepping to?
As far as I can go.
Alright, you can Misty Step outside. You're only just at the entrance, or you can Misty Step to the other side of the bar behind some tables.
No, that's not good enough. I'm gonna misty step as far as I can go. If it's outside the bar, I'll be outside on the road. I don't care.
Alright, let's say this. You Misty Step up into your room.
Okay, perfect.
So you guys just see him pretty much vanish and disappear out of. You see this smoke just envelop him, and he's gone. The badger just hanging there in the air, like kind of floating still spectrally, and now with this like confused look on his face. Beardrick not in the room anymore.
How long has he had that belt? I think this is the first time I saw it used.
I think it was once before he used it.
It did take me a while though to get it right. You are right on that. So I get into the room now. I'm standing there. I'm like, okay. When everybody's calm, I'll then try and talk to them.
All right. You guys are standing there at the bottom. Do you say anything to each other?
I just want to ask, like, I just acted on impulse, but what was that about? Why did you immediately attack him?
Just you.
I'll just say, take his side. Fine. Then I'll-
No,
Good luck.
I'm not
Good
picking
luck,
sides. That's what I'm
Good
saying. I
luck,
just want
Aaron.
That's what I'm saying. Is why did he disappear,
I
and
was
why is
so-
he? What's going on here? Like, what do you know?
We had a letter from him, so
She didn't have a letter though. No, she didn't receive the letter yet.
didn't she receive it?
No, because you'd at that point, yeah, Sildar hadn't given it to her yet.
No,
She did receive it.
I received the letter, but the progress basically went on. I didn't get the chance to say Emma wouldn't go to sleep with, having read what she read, and just let it go.
Yeah, I don't recall Sildar actually giving the letter, and I think I also got it down in my notes here that he was planning on giving it to her in the morning before he left.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why
Okay. Okay.
I'll have to just double check that, but I think let's just
Yeah.
for now assume
I
that she
just
has
don't
it.
know. I could, for some reason.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't got to that episode today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just still be the Murin. Oh,
Yeah,
the
I mean, you can
Makunfuren.
clearly see he was
Yeah,
doing
pretty
something. I mean, he had all his equipment, his gear on him. It did look like he was ready for the road, pretty much. So
Yeah, abandon the group basically. And
something dodgy was
so
happening.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
yeah.
What is?
So yeah, Emma's basically going to storm off to the inn, to a room.
Before you go, Jacques does pipe up and says, "Madame Emma, why you attack Beatrix?" Fuck, my French accent is terrible.
Not so bad. Not so bad.
She'll just glare at him and say, "You are one of them. You should know better," and then turn around and stalk off.
Okay.
That should
I don't
tell you
understand
everything.
my own kind
It's a
sometimes.
woman. I mean, after all,
That should tell you everything you need to know.
That's fine. Yeah, I'd
it's
also just
better
say
than
to
saying nothing is wrong.
yeah,
Jock,
Jacques,
I'm with you.
yeah,
I have
well,
no
look,
idea what's happening here.
I haven't spent too much time with my people, but I do know that high elves, especially the females, can be unpredictable, to put it mildly.
Bedrick's nuts would know.
As Beatrix Nuts would confirm to you, yes. No, perfect. Okay, so anything else? Emma, you head up to your room. Anything else you guys would like to say to each other, or?
We need to get to the bottom of this. I don't know why Bedrick was ready for the road and seemingly had a change of heart, came back or was on a private adventure. Why Emma was immediately angry and mad. Yeah, we'll have to get to the bottom of this.
Who knows?
and-
Maybe he was. Who knows? I mean, we definitely need to ask more questions We need to know each other better if we're going to stick with each other. And
When did the Italian join?
Yeah, good point.
He's always been here.
He's always been here. Okay.
Here I was
Well,
just thinking that they were out for a midnight fight.
a midnight fight. Yeah. Well, Adele just, maybe gets one more drink and then goes to his room, pretty much tired, ready for the morning. Actually wants to like, no, he goes to bed early because he wants to wake up and be sure that he catches everyone as they wake up.
All right, perfect.
You
So
don't
you
want
wanna make
to
sure you-
sleep
yeah.
in,
Okay.
sleep in and miss them out.
Yeah, Jacques like, yeah. After that battle with that, I don't know how to say it, but she was a beautiful fighter. I am beat. I'm going to bed. Good night. Sound a little Dutch there.
Good night. Ja.
Yeah.
Gute Nighten.
Jeez. All nationalities. Eh?
Yeah.
Oui.
That's what happens when you play D&D with me. You get all the accents in one character. Okay, so
Yeah, I was enjoying listening to you today, mixing up the Russian.
yeah. I've been
Sure.
trying to practice. I've been trying to practice it on the side. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. We'll
I'll
see
try
when
my
you guys
best.
run
I'm sure you
into
got-
when you run into fuck, I can't even remember his name. But yeah, he'll sound better hopefully next time around.
I speak German and I can't even do a German accent.
No, the accents are difficult. I must say. I'm not. Try and practice, but it's easy when you're by yourself. But when there's that pressure to perform, then it's always a stuff up because you overthink it too much.
Yeah, I'm convinced when I'm sitting in traffic, I have the best accents. Like all nationalities. And as soon as I'm around someone, oh yes, I can speak the Russian.
You're like, I would make an amazing Russian.
All right, so you guys all head off to bed then. All right, you make okay. So light spills out from the scattered windows, casting a warm glow over cobblestones, gently highlighting edges and corners. The moon, luminous and vigilant, watches over from a star-freckled sky, its silver light painting the world in an ethereal glow. It's another peaceful evening in this charming little frontier town, nestled in the foothills of the Sword Mountains. Sassoon, taking your peculiar routine, you find your solace amidst the welcoming familiarity of the towering tree just outside the Stonehill Inn. As was your wont, you ascend the tree, nimble as a cat, leaping from one branch to another until you settle for the perfectly crooked appendage, radiant under the moonlight. The leaves rustle gently, whispering thousand secrets of the wind to anyone willing to listen. From up here, the world feels suspended in an enchanted lull, the night's quiet hum a soothing lullaby. Only the occasional hoot from an owl or a distant howl disrupts the peaceful stillness. The town of Fanlin appears almost miniature, its inherent troubles and adventures seemingly miles away. All about you, the nocturnal world is coming alive. The transition from the world of humans to the realm of nature taking place in an unhurried harmony. Comfortable amidst the rustles of the leaves, the silent whispers of the night cloaking you. You settle down to rest. The calming susurrus of nature nature is soothing. Also is a soothing lullaby. As quiet and still as the tree's shadow, hidden from the sights, the town below, oblivious to your private sanctum, high in the comforting embrace of nature. All seems calm, the perfect picturesque night. However, as is often the case, appearances can be deceiving, as tonight's calm is merely the quiet that precedes the storm.
You can be very glad you're back, Putti.
Yeah, you guys can be glad. You can be glad I'm back.
All right.
So you can just like fuck off out of the combat with your belt.
Yeah, you know, let's see how pissed off I am.
So, sometime in the dead of night, the time unknown, could be anywhere from midnight to early morning, the darkest hour. So soon, I'd like you to roll a perception check for me, please.
No pressure.
Ah, shit. Wonderful. 9.
Okay.
Out of 10.
He's tired. He's tired.
And just here, this means I rolled a 2.
Yeah,
That
it
cat is
pretty
lying
low.
on its back, balls in the light.
He's got no
Well,
shame, man.
I mean, were you imbibing in the wine that was that Sildar had brought to the cottage?
Yeah, no, I think with that throw, I'm a little bit off my rocker.
All right, yeah. Well,
Surprised
it's
you
the
stay
gentle.
in the tree.
Yeah. You're not too hammered. You're just feeling really tired. It's been a long day. You had a sparring match and built a training ground outside your cottage. So it's been a full day for you, and the sound of the tree and the night lull you into a sense of calm and sleepfulness. Although you do have quite a high passive, so this is what you sort of pick up in your sleep, but it doesn't necessarily rouse you. There's this barely felt rustle of the tree leaves. It's almost like an unnatural kind of movement. A few moments later, Sassoon, you feel a hard tug at the back of your neck, as if something is like pulling you hard out of the tree. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw as you feel you're about to
20.
topple out of the tree. All right, perfect. So as you come to, your neck being jerked forward, you see standing in like as your eyes open, this like from fright, obviously you shit yourself a little bit, because what the fuck has just happened? Who could have snuck up on you? Sassoon, the master of perception. Hang on. You see a vile spectacle in front of you. Humanoid. It has a hood over its head, a dark tattered cloak. You can make out with your dark vision that this human creature is bald. However, it doesn't seem to be out of choice. You see bulging pustules and angry welts that randomly blister upon their exposure upon their exposed scalp. Sorry, I'm freaking, my mind is all over the show with all the meds I'm on. A sickly garden born out of their unspeakable packs. All right, yeah. So you just see this like creature, this humanoid creature, this pocked mark with welts and pustules all over his face. You see these. I'll just say roll another perception check as this is happening. You're being wrenched forward. You feel whatever had pulled you forward. You feel the rope with the stone that was tied around your neck snap.
25.
All right, perfect. Yeah, you notice these blue and red tattoos underlying a lot of the like underneath a lot of the pustules. These intricate shapes and strange symbols that do almost give you a sense of unease. They look familiar to you. These markings, these etchings in this. It's difficult to even call it human because it just looks so also emaciated. But there's the strength behind it, this will, and you can see this fire burning in their eyes as it snarls and pulls and breaks the rope with the stone attached around your neck.
So he was only holding on to the stone, or as he got hold of me as well.
Well, he grabbed hold of the stone and yanked as hard as he could, managing to break it. But in that momentum of pulling, you nearly fall off the tree, and you manage to catch yourself before that happens. Being very nimble, especially up in the branches of something that you know. You're quite high up still. It's a largish tree. I'd say you're about.
If possible, I would rather not catch myself, but try and land on the ground, since most of my equipment would be at the lower branches. I would like to grab two of the.
I'll just say before we get to that, because it was like a very quick action, like it was a surprise. You had no idea what was going on, and you still caught yourself before you fell because you literally just came to. I'll say let's roll initiative first. So that was the surprise round. I will also just say, actually, since that is a surprise round, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. Hang on, before you do. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
So, initiative is a 7, and wisdom saving throw is a 10. This is
all right.
This is going wonderful.
Okay, you feel your body seize up so soon. You do manage to catch yourself before you fall. Your body seizes up. Just hang on a moment. Okay. Alright, yeah, so your body kind of freezes up. You struggle to move or make a noise or anything. You're pretty much frozen in place. Someone had cast hold person on you. You said initiative 7. Okay. Now we roll. We need to roll the initiative. Sure, that's pretty good. Sorry, just give me a moment. Jeez, doing some good rolls. Okay. And then you rolled a 7.
Yes.
Is this making any noise?
All of you at the moment with your passive perceptions don't necessarily hear anything. It's pretty quiet. I will allow a round of perception checks. But the DC is going to be very, very high.
You mean the passive perception is more than 16?
Well, this is very quiet. You need a very high perception check to hear anything. This is happening outside. You guys are in your room in a very well built in. There are some windows, obviously, but.
New panty.
Can we roll for passive perception?
You're not rolling passive perception. You're just rolling normal perception. Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, I meant perception.
Should we roll now, or we're gonna do it later?
Roll it now. I'll give you the opportunity as this happens, obviously, because this is like the surprise round that happened. Something occurred. Let's see if you are able to pick it up.
Adora has 15.
All right.
18 for Emma.
12 for Edric.
Let me roll for Jacques. Perception. Fuck.
Not what we want to hear.
No, it was good. It was a natural 20. Which I wasn't hoping for, but it fucking happened. Alright, so we'll see what happened from there. Okay, top of the round is the guy that managed to grab the stone from you, and you've frozen in place there. You're about 30 feet up in this tree. He is going to start making his way down. It takes half his movement to get halfway. He's going to use an action to dash and get all the way down to the bottom of the tree. That will end his go. Alright, and then stand there.
Obviously, half was the blue.
Okay. So soon I need you to make another saving throw for me. I'll tell you now.
Wisdom.
Oh no, never mind. No, that's alright. That's alright. I realize that that's not how that one works. Okay. It's your go now, so soon. However, you are held in place, frozen, can't move. That will end your go. Okay. Top of the round. Jacques is now going to roll his initiative. Okay. What is his dexterity? His initiative 3. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, top of the round again. Guy's going to. He's going to dash 60 feet. Follow. All right. At this point, you hear Jacques kind of he hears something. You guys don't see this happening. He gets up, rushes to the window, sees Susun or something going on. He sees movement. He rolled a pretty high perception, so I'm gonna count that as part of his like awareness, and sees figures running at the base of the tree and running off. He's gonna shout, "Sacre bleu, we're under attack! Enemies outside!" Some French words. Come my companions, let's go. As he dashes out, I'm gonna say it took him about 5 feet to get to the window to check. Actually, it's going to take half his movement to get out of bed, 5 feet to walk, and he's pretty much in the passageway of the inn, busy shouting as he's running. He's going to take another action to dash. He's going to make it to the bottom of the stairs as he's busy shouting at everyone to get up and move.
Is he in his pajamas, elf pajamas, or is in?
He is actually. Remember, you guys don't sleep. You don't sleep in your armor. He's just grabbed his rapier. I think he uses, and whatever's at hand, pretty much whatever weapons he's got lying around. But he is armorless. You see him. He's got one of these. It's like an off-white beige, like old-looking, full onesie type thing. With buttons up at the back. There's one button that's kind of undone. One butt cheek is almost sticking out as he runs down. Quite a nice looking bum cheek, very solid and well defined for anyone who saw at that point.
Patrick sleeps naked, but Jock gets to fucking have a robe on. How does this work, you know? Yes.
Different strokes for different folks.
Yeah, I tell you. Gosh.
All right. So your armor class is pretty much going to be 10 plus your dexterity modifiers. Yeah. All right. So he makes his way. We're gonna go one more round before we roll initiative for everyone else. Okay. Right. Okay, Sassoon, you're up.
Is it my turn again?
Yes, you feel your body come to. You send signals to your fingers. They begin to move. Your body's unfrozen.
Can I still see the cloaked figure?
I'll say make another perception check. Yeah, make another perception check for me.
22.
Nice, yeah. So, in the darkness, yeah, it is dark, and you have 60 foot. I'll have to say it's with disadvantage.
Okay.
Since there are
the second one was a natural 20, so
okay.
22.
No, yeah, they're still very, very high. You do see some figures darting off from your high perch. They're darting off south in a southerly direction. You make out 4 figures. They've quite far at the moment. They're about 120 feet away from you at this point. Yeah, 5, 10.
Okay, so
Yeah, you see them just darting past the town master's hall, and yeah, making a beeline.
okay, I'm immediately going to activate my racial trait to move twice as far and spend a key point to use my bonus action to Step of the Wind, which basically allows me to dash as a bonus action to try and catch up.
Alright, perfect. So what's your total movement going to be?
So it's usually 40. With my racial trait, that doubles. And then
18.
with Step of the Wind, that's a dash, so another complete movement.
120. So you're able to catch up to them in one movement round. Okay, no, that's perfect.
And then I would like to use my 2 attacks on the one that has the stone, if I can.
Perfect, you can indeed.
Okay.
You do recognize the one that grabbed the stone from you, and you go to attack him. Roll to hit.
The first one is 21. The
hits.
second one is 14.
14 does hit as well.
Okay, so with this 2 attacks, I focus on his key points, and I charge my fist into the back of his head to sort of cut down his key points, and I spend one of my key points to Stunning Strike. He has to make a con save of 15.
15 Constitution save. Okay, that's a natural 17, so that's an automatic success. So you try and stun him, but he manages to shake it off. Yeah. How much damage
then
is
I'll
that,
use my second attack as well, and another key point to try and do it again.
Alright, perfect. Another does he take damage if you do this?
Yes, it's a normal attack, and then I have the option to just use key points to try and stun him.
Okay, that's an 11, so he is stunned at the moment.
Okay, then the damage he takes is 4 and 6.
4 and 6, so for a total of 10. Alright, perfect. You see him all of a sudden stop dead in his tracks midway as he's busy running. He kind of just stops immediately. Stunned. You do see now he's surrounded by 3 other figures. All of them equally as scarred and pustule filled. One, however, looks to be a half elf. Another looks to be another human, and then it looks like a halfling. And they're all covered in like similar tattoos and markings, and with these tattered cloaks over them, like trying to cover up, and they move in a very strange, emaciated ways, but still very swift. Like I said, with purpose and intent, and there's this hidden strength behind them. Perfect. All right. So, is that your turn?
Yes, that's what I can do.
All right. Now we are going to everyone else roll initiative for me, please.
Woo! 2.
Awesome.
All right, 2 for Adar. What did you get, Bedrick? What do you roll there, Bedrick?
9.
9. Okay, jeez. You guys aren't awake yet. Emma?
No,
Also 9.
Sure. Okay.
Betchik has got some mild pain between his legs that he's trying to deal with.
Struggling to. Still haven't quite slipped that off yet.
You right?
All right. So I'm just rewriting the initiative order here quick.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so it's top of the round again. So the person that you had struck, he rolled the highest in the initiative order. He is stunned at the moment. So stunned creature is incapacitated, can't move and can't speak, can only speak falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saves. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. All right. So does that mean he misses his turn? Is my question.
Yeah.
All right.
He's basically stunned until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Cool. All right. So he does nothing. He just kind of.
Yeah, he's stammering from probably having his key blocked off for the first time.
Yeah. He's,
Pia, pia, wow.
All right. However, the second cloaked figure, this one, the halfling, is going to turn towards you, Sassoon, and he is going to cast Sacred Flame. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
16.
16. That's I just want to see what his spell save is, but I think you do make it. Yeah, no, that's it. You easily dodge out of the way. You see this hideous purple, bluish lightning, almost like fire, erupt from his hand as he does strange movements, and you see this it's colors that you've seen before as well, as it strikes towards you, but you easily manage to dodge out the way. All right, he's also going to turn at this point and carry on running. I just want to quickly see here. This is technically a chase, so I'm saying there isn't going to be necessarily attacks of opportunity, unless it is an actual feature, as in if you're able to do like another stunning strike as a reaction to stop him in his tracks. Otherwise, there is no attack of opportunity. I just want to double check the rules on chases. Okay, dashing, spells and attacks. A chase participant can make attacks and cast spells against other creatures within range. Apply the normal rules for cover, terrain, etc., etc. Chase participants can't normally make opportunity attacks against each other, since they are all assumed to be moving in the same direction at the same time. However, participants can still be the targets of opportunity attacks from creatures not participating in the chase. Okay, all right, no, that's fine. But I'll also still say that if you do have something that's able to stop him as a reaction, I will allow it. So he's going to turn and dash off. he manages to get. Oh, and with that, with the chase rules again, it's going to start from now. You can dash an additional 3 times plus your Constitution modifier, but for each additional dash you take, you have to make a Constitution saving throw or take a point of exhaustion. But don't worry, I will obviously tell you guys what to do. So he's going to take his 3 dashes, and he's going to get. He's already taking his action, so he's going to get 90 feet. Okay. Next up is Jacques. He is going to. He's already at the bottom of the stairs. He's going to run out. That's an additional about 10 feet. Get there. He's going to dash an additional 2, so that's. Okay.
Just to so you still take the dash action. The dash action just allows you to dash 3 times now.
It's not an action. You can take an action to dash. So then you'll have 4 dash actions. So it's
Okay.
so you can still do a normal action plus the 3 additional dashes, if that makes sense. So it's kind of whilst everybody's running, this is all happening fast paced. It's not static fighting. If that makes sense. Except now you have managed to stop the one that had initially attacked you in the tree. So, what was this? All right, yeah. So he's made it 20 feet. So not where that's 20. He's going to take 1, 2, 3. He's going to use his action to dash. So yeah, Jacques does make it up to you as well. Manages to catch up with you. As he's busy running, he's going to take his rapier. This is his action. Seeing that whilst he's running out, he saw you attacking the creature that you've stunned. He's going to attack that one, and I think he's got advantage on the attack. He's going to rapier it. So I'm just going to roll with advantage. Roll. That's 22. That does hit. Okay. Damage. Just gonna roll damage in the meantime. Sorry. That was terrible. 6. He's gonna attack again with his rapier. 2 quick slashes to the back of this guy who's pretty much stunned. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna roll one more time. That hits anyway, just in case it's a natural 20. No. But it does hit anyway. Roll some more damage. So 12. So that's total of 18 points of damage. He cuts some deep slashes, very quick and elegant in his 90. Some deep gashes. Sacre bleu! Who are these? He kind of shouts at you, Sassoon. What's going on here? Who are these people? I just want to subtract that from the dude. Hang on. Yeah, he is not looking good. Not looking good. You see he's bleeding out profusely from those deep cuts that Jacques had given him. Okay, that ends Jacques' go. The third assailant, he's also just going to dash. Multiple dash, catching up to the other assailant. Then we have the other guy. He is going to turn to you, Sassoon, and with his actually, sorry, the one that before he runs, he's also going to do. That's already cast that. I just want to get them. Sacred Flame. All right. Perfect. Okay, he's going to cast Sacred Flame as well at you, Sassoon. I need you to roll a dexterity save.
Throw.
Yeah, that's right. You can see him do these
16
similar.
again.
Alright, perfect. You save. You see similar movements, similar color, fire and electricity, like this purpley green color that comes streaking out. But it easily dodge out the way. All right. And then he also just runs and dashes off catching up to his partner. Well, this is all kind of happening simultaneously, so they're all kind of running together. Then we have the other guy. He's going to, seeing you as the bigger threat soon, since, for reasons, he's going to touch you, or attempt to at least.
Oh, you.
Yeah, it's disgusting. You see this gnarled hand, like very bony fingers. This is the other human. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
10 again.
Okay, so you fail. So you are considered cursed. You need to make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of your turns. If it fails, you waste an action. And you do nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so cursed. Write that
Then
down.
I don't know anything yet.
Yeah,
So,
you're getting there now. Yeah, you guys rolled very low initiatives. So now it's
sorry.
now it's Emma and Beatrix. So you guys, again, if you want to coordinate something, you can. Otherwise, you guys can just. It's half movement to get out of bed. It's going to take another 30 feet of movement to get to the bottom of the stairs. It's going to take a full action, dash to get to the bottom of the stairs. You've got 90 feet of movement that you can take. Then you have an additional dash based off of how much your constitution is. So you won't be able to make it up.
To cover?
Hey, sorry?
How much do we have to cover to get to our teammates?
You need to. So they are already 210 feet away from you at this point, but your teammates are around about 120 feet. So there is one more assailant standing in front of Sassoon and Jacques, but the others are quite far, not all quite far ahead of you. So what you can do is you can do the 90 feet. And then, depending on how much your constitution is, you can take additional dashes. But then you need to make a saving throw. So, do you want to... let me quickly see here. So, Emma, your constitution is 0. So, you can only get up to that 90 feet.
Mine is
90 feet.
0 also.
Yeah, so both of you can only make it up to 90 feet. So that means they are going to be...
It's fine. 90 feet is
Yeah,
fine, but I can shoot them all, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just tell you how far away they are. They are... Yeah, okay. So they're only... No, sorry, that's wrong. So they're about 120 feet away from you at this point.
90 feet.
Oh, sorry, I am actually mistaken. You can... Hang on, let me just go back to the rules here. Let me see here. I'm actually mistaken. So for every additional dash, so those three count as additional dashes. You need to make constitution saving throws or take points of exhaustion. So I'm just going to roll, before you continue, I just want to roll constitution saves for the people running. It's going to be quite a few. Let me just start from the top. Sorry, guys. Do this quickly. So I thought there was something a bit funny about it.
It's funny on your side, but on our side.
Okay, that's 20, so it makes it. Okay, so that's the 3 for him. Then the next guy, oh, that's a fail, so he takes 1 point of exhaustion. Okay. Pass, and he's got 1 more. Okay, and then next guy, pass, fail.
But I can't
Fail.
keep it in.
The next guy. Pass. Pass. Fail. Okay, so one has 2 levels of exhaustion, the other one is fine, and there's one with so there's 2 with 1 level, 1 with 2, and 1 that's fine. And then Jacques also needs to make some saves. That's fine. So 1 fails, so he's got 1 point of exhaustion.
We still wouldn't reach them, that's the problem.
It's another. Hang on, what is his constitution?
Oh God, really, you can. I don't know.
It's 0, so that's a fail, and that's a pass. So Jacques has 1 point of exhaustion.
No point, I don't think.
Okay, so when you get a point of exhaustion, just mark it off under conditions, all right? Because it does affect your you get advantage on ability checks and things like that. Okay. So Emma and Beatrice, what would you guys like to do? Do you want to take that full 90? You are going to roll 3 Constitution saves if you want to, or you can. If you do run those 390, you'll be about 120 feet away from the assailants.
For Amos and Bedrick and who's not in the fight yet, Ado, right?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Adar isn't in the
Yes.
fight yet,
Yeah.
but he's close behind.
I haven't started running yet.
Worry not, I don't. Worry not.
Would he be in Emma's range if she's still in her room? This is going to sound very dodgy, but if she's in a room, would she be able to reach Bedrick at 30 feet and Adar at 30 feet?
I would allow it, yes, if you want to cast Bless. Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly
That
Alright,
was
perfect.
actually not my thought,
right.
but I can do that.
It's up to you what you want to do.
No, I don't want to. I want to play by the rules. So I'll do Blaze because I haven't had time to run the long sleep, long
Long
rest
rest.
stuff for you. So I'll do Blaze, and then Blaze Ador and Bedrick.
And you can bless yourself.
And bless you myself.
Bless you.
Perfect. You see a radiant glow at our whilst you kind of lying in bed, just coming to
Yeah.
like the slow. You were in a very deep sleep, expecting to wake up early in the morning. You're like, what the frick? You see this radiant glow come around you, and you feel your senses sharpen immediately to the danger around you. Same with you, Beatrick. This luminescent glow surrounds you and Emma as you make your way out, feeling empowered by Selene, Emma's patron goddess.
That's an action, right?
That's your action, yes.
Was I still lying down when this happened? Like, I don't.
No, you guys are moving at the same time. You're up and about. You're
Well, yeah,
ready.
fair enough.
You just have no armor. You're pretty much butt naked at this point.
Oh, come on, Hal. Not again. Jeez.
It's canon. We've already established you strip
Yeah.
naked.
Yeah. It's how you fight. It's,
Twice.
Emma's not going out naked. She'll have to she'll have to stay put and have to do a movement in some other way to the cupboard or something.
Yeah, so
No,
because
look,
you're running behind me, then check and like, oh fuck, I'm on myself.
Yeah, Emma, it's up to you what you sleep in, what your character would sleep in. So you don't have to be naked. Yeah, you don't. It was just established in past sessions that Beatrick sleeps naked. So
Not by my choice, just by the way.
Well, I mean, honestly, short.
He does more
also
than
have
sleep
no
naked, though. It's
You're right.
It's
well
fighting
established
naked.
that that's the way he fights best.
Apparently so, right? I think very good as well. Oh
You
no!
can see his spirit.
The power of the sword.
Right? I showed them what was what.
Stop pointing
Oh,
at me.
Yeah. That's why they're running away from you.
Oh no!
Alright, so elves in general, from what I've read, have very little shame. So I'll assume she slept in like a light t-shirt type like thing.
Perfect. All right, so you come dashing out with your like long kind of like it's loose, but as you move and run, it starts to hug your body, and you can see this shapely form beneath as you make your way, Emma. How far? So what would you? So you've cast Bless. You and Bedrick are rushing out. Do you want to take your 90, your 90 feet to get 120 feet away from the furthest assailants? The other assailants will be 30 feet, or the single assailant that Jacques and Sassoon are engaged with is 30 feet at that point. So do you want to make your way out?
Yeah, we can.
No,
Alright.
whack a bikkie.
Hang on. She's not with us.
Okay.
I need to hang a bit back so I can heal what, because I know Bedrick and I know Sassoon and I know Ador. So I need to heal what needs to be healed.
Well, look,
So let me
even if you rush to that 90 feet, you're still very far away from the assailants.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
But you said
Okay.
my armor class would then be without my leather, which would
10.
be 15.
10 plus your dexterity modifier.
Oh, 15 is not. Alright, here I go.
Okay.
Alright, perfect. So
So-
you guys, I need you guys to make 3. So just roll 3 Constitution saving throws for me, please.
I say, apart from being naked, did I at least grab a weapon?
No,
before running out of
definitely.
it?
I'll say you managed to
I'm
grab
not talking
your
about
rapier
that
and
kind
your
of weapon,
bow.
I'm talking about an actual weapon.
Yeah, look, your weapons are always close at hand. You guys are adventurers. You know the dangers of wherever you are. You always have your weapons nearby.
Coming
Unless
with your
otherwise
sharpest
there's
weapon and not your hardest one.
Yeah.
No. No. Jeffrey, you're killing us tonight. Man. Don't carry on like this. No.
All right.
Oh, no. Oh, man.
Okay, so Bedrick, I see you rolled an 8, so you take 1 point of exhaustion. So under conditions, just mark point of exhaustion. Scroll down to the bottom, you'll see exhaustion there, and then just go level 1.
Wait. I mean, I'm on the PC.
Yeah,
I laughed so loud like I didn't get. Is it Constitution saving
Constitution
throws or
save.
just- Okay.
Yeah,
Conditions,
Constitution save.
man.
So
Cool,
conditions on the PC will be under your HP. It should be under like where your hit points are.
Well,
says
got it.
Yeah. Then just click on it. Then
How
scroll
many must be through?
3.
And then you said exhaustion, eh? 1.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Done. Okay. Done. Okay.
All right, Emma. Okay, I see you rolled
19,
it.
10, and 6.
Yeah, perfect. So you get a point of exhaustion for that 6. So you also get 1 point of exhaustion. If you can just mark that down on your character sheet. All right, and that Beatrick, you still have an action if you'd like to take it. Emma, you also have a bonus action if you would like to take it.
Okay. So, how can I shoot off an arrow? Would I reach if I did that?
What is the range? You'll definitely be able to reach the guy Jock and Sassoon are engaged with. He looks like he's about to fall over. The others are at this point 120 feet away from you.
Yeah. Okay, no, I'll go for the guy that Jock and Sassoon busy with.
All right, perfect. Roll to hit.
With advantage.
Yeah, with
With
advantage
advantage.
because it is stunned. Yeah,
And remember, you are blessed. So
and you're blessed.
And you're a rogue, so attacks with advantage.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you get.
yeah, we
Fair
didn't.
enough.
I didn't count this on my rolls now.
Do we can't place on our Constitution saving rolls as well? Or...
Oh yeah, that is true. You do get. I think for let's just quickly read. You're right.
And I have 3 blessings of tomorrow, or 2 blessings of tomorrow.
You have one Tamora blessing, I think, and that allows you to re-roll 1d20 of your choice. You bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw. Yeah, so it's a saving throw, so you can roll an additional d4 once, Dedrick, for your rolls, and once for yours, Emma. Just roll a d4.
I'm doing that now.
That's
4.
All right, so that you don't take a point of exhaustion. You can remove it.
Got it?
And then Emma, you can also roll a d4 for me, please.
Give me a second. Okay, so where I rolled
That
for
shot
hitting.
Yeah, that does hit. You can roll damage plus sneak attack.
Okay. Remind me what my sneak attack is.
It should
3d6.
be. Yeah, it should be 3d6, but you should be able to. It should be clickable.
Or
Uh,
on the bonus.
Yeah,
action,
if
I
you
think.
scroll right down to the bottom of actions, right down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found it. Sorry, guys.
Sweet.
Cool. So my first attack, first damage was 4,
4.
and then sneak attack. Give me a second. This is a 9.
Moi, how would you like to do this as you absolutely annihilate this?
that's it.
So
There's this weirdly stunned guy. He's still in the middle of running and he's just hovering to move.
So obviously I arrived there with Emma, and we're not thinking too much about ourselves. We just got there. I see Jock, I see Sassoon, I see what appears to be a creature, standing there, like you said, stunned and hovering. But just by instinct, I figured, wait a minute, something is not right here. So I quickly tuck in my short bow, pull an arrow back, and without too much thought behind it, I just stretch it as far as I can and let it go. And I watch it pierce through the air and hit this thing full in the chest.
Perfect. And as it bursts through the other side, you just see blood and pus and all this disgusting ooze from inside this creature just leak out of it as it falls forward from the impact of the bow. And just hits the heart down into the dust. The arrow kind of pushes back out the other side, and it's down. The pus and blood kind of oozing in the dirt on the path. All right.
Nice.
I don't know if you have an additional action or anything.
Not me, no. I only have one action.
You should. You got. Oh no, hang on. Yeah, you
Oh,
only
a
got
bonus
one
action.
Yeah, you got a bonus action. If there's anything you can do,
No, well, I mean the creature's down, so I don't think there's more.
you could use a bonus action to dash, and then you would catch up to Sassoon and Jacques.
Let me do that then. I'll just look at
Alright.
Emma and say, let me go see what happened, and I dash, and I get to Sassoon and Jock. Can I talk to them
Perfect.
when I'm there?
Yeah, you can say a few words. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I get there, just a little bit out of breath, and I say, what's going on, Sassoon?
All right, perfect. You can respond on his turn. Then, Emma, you also have a bonus action if you'd like to take it, which I think you can only cast spiritual weapon,
Yeah.
and it's only got a range of 60 feet that you can cast it. So the other assailants are out of range at the moment of your spiritual weapon.
Let me just quickly do something else I'm thinking. But I think that might be an action and not a bonus action. bonus action, right?
Mm.
Bonus action.
So you got healing word and mass healing word.
Well, my spiritual weapon can go up to 60 feet
Yeah.
if I cast it on 3rd level.
Yeah, but the other assailants are still 120 feet away from you.
Are they immediate danger
I mean,
to us?
it doesn't appear to. They don't appear to be threatening at this point. It looks like they are just bolting.
Then for now, I'll cast spiritual weapon as my bonus action.
Just keep in mind that your spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet per round. So if you were to continue running, it wouldn't be able to keep up with you.
Oh wow. Okay.
What?
You move faster than your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, so your spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet per round. So if you were to cast it now, and the chase continues, it's going to fall behind very quickly.
Yeah.
But would I be able to protect Saki and Sassoon?
Well, look, they don't appear to be in any threat at the moment. The guy that Bedrick had taken out, the guy that they were busy engaged with, he's fallen dead on the floor in front of them. There's blood and other bits of bile and disgusting inner body fluids spreading out in front of this creature. And the others are far, well, not too far, but quite far ahead of the rest of the group and running away. They don't appear to be a threat.
So can I reserve my action,
You can't really hold a bonus action, so unless you want to cast healing word or mass healing word, which I don't think is necessary at this point, I think it will probably end your turn.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Adar, you're up.
Okay, I'm still in the room, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
While all this duck happened.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I'm just gonna. Combat is not over yet, so I'm just gonna do all the dashes and all the stuff to get to where Sassoon.
Yeah, you can use your
Bedrick
action
is.
and your dashes. You can get to Sassoon and Bedrick. I just need you to roll 3 con saving throws for me, please, and add the d4s if necessary. If it's not 10 and over.
Oh, okay.
Then you can roll a d4.
Okay, the first one is a 12, or 12 plus
makes
5
it.
is 17. 19,
Nice.
13.
Perfect. Without skipping a beat, you easily catch up to the group.
My pink pajamas, so I don't sleep naked.
How does Roger work?
You're missing out, buddy. You're missing out.
I'd say, yeah.
No.
Well, I mean, what's Roger's movement? I think it's like he's got 40 feet of
Let's
movement,
get these
doesn't he?
40 feet of movement, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
extra so.
So I mean, he could with and he's got a con, and you can move additional dashes, but depending on your constitution. So Adar, with your constitution, you can go another two more dashes if you wanted to.
Good, 2 more dashes. 2 more. How many feet is a dash? 30 feet.
For your movement, 30 feet. Yeah. So you
I
can
can do
dash an
another
additional 60.
60. But they're still like 120 feet from where I'm now.
Yeah.
And I don't have any actions once I get there.
No. But you get closer at least.
In what direction are they running?
They're kind of running south. At this point, you guys are at. See here. You've just kind of rushed by the miners, or you see them rushing by the miners' exchange. They're still sticking to the path at this point, and they're hitting kind of.
And it's dawn, right?
It's dark. It's very, very dark out. There's no lights.
It's dark.
Yeah.
Oh, what time is it? Because I thought you described it as Sassoon. When Sassoon did you describe Sassoon going to bed as the light was just fading, or did you?
No,
describe-
the lights had already. I mean, you guys. It was already dark when you guys went to bed. I described
Yeah.
just pretty much the light of the moon, kind of just giving
Oh.
off shadows and things like that. Yeah. So
Okay,
there is
so-
some moon.
so-
There is some moonlight to make out some shapes, but they are getting
But what-
further ahead, and it's becoming harder and harder to see as they move ahead.
What-
Since your dark
what
vision
time
only
is
really
it
extends.
now?
It's pretty. You're not really sure.
Okay, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
not. The sun is not
No, it's
currently
very dark.
coming up.
No.
Okay.
It feels cold. It feels like it's possibly early morning, but not sunrise. No, definitely not.
Okay, now I stay with Sasunula and kind of like say or describe that it's not worth it chasing them because there's no freaking way we'll be able to catch them.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, so you stay your ground.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's perfect.
Or now Mr. Chi Boy Ninja Tiger is gonna run all the way to them and back. Just because he can.
Yeah, just touch them and say, "Cheers, mate." And then run.
Cheers, mate. Oh, then why did you say we can't get to them? I mean, I was
I'll prove
there.
you
I
wrong.
was
All right.
But that ends my
Mistaken.
that ends my turn.
Okay. Top of the round again. The one guy assailant is down.
Dead
The others,
guy.
yeah, he's dead. The others are gonna keep dashing. They kind of now, as they pass, and you just make this out before they kind of go out of sight, dash off to the west, off the path, onto the grass and into the brush and farmland.
Did I get a turn again?
It's not your turn yet. You're still quite low down. You had your turn, didn't you? Hang on, wait.
Yeah,
So,
the
so
top
I
of the
was,
round.
Oh,
I was
no,
attacked
shit.
by 3 guys, and then
Sorry, Susun.
and then everybody else.
It was actually your turn before Adar. So it is. I'll say it's your
okay.
turn now. Yeah, sorry about that.
So did the chase start when I reached them, or technically when I got out of the tree? Because I would rather try and make a dash action than use a key point to get after them if possible.
Yeah, I'd say you can regain a key point for sure.
Okay, but so is the one that's down in front of me has the locket, or is it one of those that ran?
The one that you attacked was the one that initially took it from you. So it's the one that you went for. Yes. The others are still running though.
I didn't see it in his hand or something as he fell.
With your passive perception, you don't see it. No.
Okay. So yeah. So basically, I ran after this, guys. I'm also just in my furs. I and then I hit this guy at the back of the neck, and he just sort of stuns, and then an arrow comes out of nowhere, a few rapier hits, and he just falls down. I dash a few flames, get cursed, and so I do I make
you
a
need to
wisdom
make
check now?
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for remembering. Good summary. Wisdom save.
17.
That will save, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, you do save. So you have your at your turn.
Okay. Can I see the guy that cursed me?
At this point, you can just make him out. Yeah, with your passive perception and your night vision, he is like past the edge of your night vision, but you do still make them out. It is like a bit of a clear sky night. You do.
Okay, I try and catch up with him.
Okay, perfect. You do.
And as Bidrick just asked, what the hell's going on? And as I'm running, there's like they took the stone. They took the 60 elf stone.
Did they take the stone?
Yep.
Did I miss that?
It was
Fuck.
Well, but your character only really found out now anyway, so the surprise is
Okay, yeah.
is
Authentic.
authentic.
Role playing.
Oh, Charlotte.
Okay, I try and catch up to the one that cursed me.
All right, so that's you take a movement. That's 40 feet. Then you're gonna take 3 dash actions. Are you?
Are they?
Or you only need one, 2. You'll only
one
need
and
to
a
take,
half technically, so 2.
Yeah. So just two con save throws for me, please.
6,
That's a fail. So 1 point of exhaustion.
19.
And that's fine. Yeah, perfect. All right, and you
So-
managed to catch up with a group of assailants. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm at 2, or am I at 1 of exhaustion?
Just 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah. Okay, so it starts at basically 0 and then.
Yes, and it goes to 1.
Okay.
But just roll 1 more for that initial dash then that you took. Because you took 1 initially then.
4, so I'm at 2.
Okay.
Okay. So then I catch up with him. Screw it. Okay. I'm gonna use a key point to release my astral self as wings come out, and I don't know how close they are together, but
all
if I
pretty
could
close
get to
together.
like a little to the side of them, that one or more of the other are within 10 feet of me, I would do that. But if I could only get to sort of where here, I might even get a little bit farther since I do then have the 120 movement.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have to make well, those that are within my range have to make a dexterity saving throw of 15.
Alright, so that's all of them. So the guy that cursed you, he is rolling. Dexterity save, you say?
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Dex is to... Okay. So that is going to be a 12. So that's the fail for the guy that cursed you. And then the other 2. The halfling, that's a 17. So that's a pass. And then another 17. So also a pass. So
Okay, so the guy that cursed me takes 5 damage.
5. Alright.
Okay, then I'm going to use my action to hit him twice.
Alright, perfect. Roll to hit.
Me hitting you twice.
It's a 19
That hits.
and a 24.
Yeah, both hit.
Okay,
Is that with
then-
disadvantage though, I think, eh? Because what does level 2 exhaustion mean? Your speed is just halved.
My what's just halved?
Your speed.
Is that since the next round, or is it?
I'll say you managed to
while I
catch
was-
up now, so at the next round, your
Okay.
speed will be halved. Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, you used that
Okay,
now, so you get there, and now you're out of breath because you're using a lot of energy.
I get there and I'm heavily breathing, which is already like a new thing for me, since I don't usually tire catching up to people. Release my astral self. The two I'm not actually aiming for managed to sort of get past the force damage, and then these huge elephant arms just pound down twice. And I'm going to try and disperse his key. Oh no, wait, that's only with me. So I would actually get in close and then use the my melee attacks. Oh wait, does astral arms count as melee attacks? I think they do. Yes,
yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
So yeah, then huge elephant arms just compounding down, and I try and disrupt his key. So where's that button again?
So you need to roll to hit, right?
He has to make. So I roll to hit and I hit both, but he has
yes.
to make a DC. Yeah, he has to do a Constitution saving throw of 15.
Okay. That's natural 3. So yeah, that's a fail.
Okay, and he is stunned in place, and he takes then. I think that is a 6. I don't know why it's not showing what. A 6 and a 10 damage
Okay.
from the astral attacks, and he's yet again stunned in place.
Okay, so that's a total of 16 points of damage then.
Yes. Including the arms of the astral self, which I
Yeah,
can't
I've got
remember
that
what that
already.
was.
Yeah, that was.
Okay.
Yeah. So you come in racing up, even though you're out of breath, give 2 quick pops, manage to knock up a pressure point on his body that freezes him, and he comes to a standstill. His hood kind of falling back, and this like hideous visage and this bald head with pustules and sores everywhere, and like looks like tumors all over him. All right. Does that end your turn, hey?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now we go back to the top of the round. This one guy is going to. Okay, I need you to roll a. So soon I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
11.
Alright, that's a fail. You hear the one. It's the halfling in a strangish kind of voice say, "Sit down," and you feel this compelling urge inside of you to sit. Pretty much, he casts command on you.
I think it's only one word, so probably just sit.
Yeah,
But
probably
no,
just
I like
sit.
sit down.
Yeah, but he just added the additional down for flavor. It's the sit that gets to you, yeah. All right, and he's going to hang around. He kind of stops running at this point, starts to slow down a little bit, seeing that the guy you cursed, the guy that cursed you, he's not moving anymore. Kind of stops dead in his tracks, being stunned. And then he will. That will end his turn. He's just going to kind of harry you. He pulls out a wicked-looking dagger. Okay, that ends his turn. Okay, Jacques. He is 90 feet. He sees what's going on. He sees you chase after him, and he says, "I cannot leave him by himself," and he's just going to chase after you as well. That's going to be 30. So it's 30. Then he's going to use 2 points of dash to reach. So that's going to be 2 con saving throws. That's a pass, and that's a fail. So Jacques takes 1 point of exhaustion. Seeing who the new target is, he is going to go for the guy that cursed you, Jacques. Sassoon. Alright, so he's going to roll to hit with his rapier. That's an 11. That's a miss, unfortunately, as he goes to strike the. Actually, it's with
that
advantage.
is with advantage.
Yeah,
though,
that's
just
right.
to ensure.
Yeah. So that's a 20 first. Yeah.
Is he not blessed as well?
No, he's not blessed.
Okay.
And second one also hits. Double roll. Yeah, so not a nat 20, but they both hit. Rolling damage for the first one. It's 9. For the second one. 9 again. Nice.
Draw.
Again, Jar coming with some quick moves and deep cuts. Some vicious slicing. You see him cut off one of the big bulges on the back of this dude's back. One of the more obvious places or sores. And yeah, the guy is looking pretty rough.
I thought.
It sounds
Yeah, no, don't worry, I'm okay. I just want to see if Jacques has any bonus actions. He does actually have. He's going to do 2 actions in combat. He's got 2 weapons. Oh, he's only got 1 weapon. Okay, no, so he doesn't have any bonus actions. Right. He's just going to stand there, engaged with this creature, also coming to a standstill from the run. In Jacques' turn. Okay, the third guy, you see him kind of step up. As he steps up, you see his body start to kind of move, and his skin, as if there's things crawling underneath it. His pustules and sores begin to break open and bleed, and this mixture and this smell of decay begins to enter the air. He's going to take some damage. Let's see. Just a moment. Shit, okay. You see, as this happens, his body begins to kind of really begin to move even more. His bones begin to crack in different directions, and his head kind of turns to the side as it begins to split down the middle, and as if it being ripped apart. And as this is happening, you feel this cold rush of air, unnatural, this sense of like a coming snowstorm, and out from this darkness that kind of, as he's being ripped apart, there's blood and stuff being spilled open, but at the same time it looks like there's this black fabric that's kind of between the two halves of his body, and out of this black fabric you see clawed hands and fingers, you see spikes. This blue creature comes spilling out, something that you've seen before.
Seen before.
It's the, yeah, I remember the name. My fuck. Okay. Where's my beef again?
Alright, just a moment. Okay. This dude is now pretty much lying dead there as this spined devil now hangs out this wicked grin on its face, and you just hear this finally freedom, and it's going to roll initiative. Actually, it takes the place of this dude's initiative, but that's pretty much the turn. He's down. Okay. That ends his go. The other guy that cursed you's turn. He is or he's stunned, so he loses his turn. Alright. Beardrick, you're up. You see Sassoon rush ahead. He does a few quick strikes on one of these assailants. The guy stops running in his tracks. You see Beardrick rush up as well. Jacques, sorry, and he gives a few slashes with his rapier, some deep cuts. Then all of a sudden you see this guy almost rip in half, and out from his leftovers, this creature steps forth. What do you do?
When I first rush off, I stand there naked, and I say very sarcastically, "No, guys, please don't go, don't chase after him." And I just look back at Emma and like, typically, you know.
Tried.
Then when I see, when I see what's happening, I obviously get more shocked, and I give him one glance of like, what the hell? What's this thing doing here now? And I take my full movement to go towards Jock and Sassoon. How close would they get me to them?
You're you've made it up to them 120. So they're 90 feet away. So that will take your movement. You can use your bonus action to dash if you want. So that'll be 60. Then you can take an additional dash. So you'll only have to roll one con save throw plus your bless to make it up to them.
I want to get close to them, but not at them just yet. I'll still use my short bow for attacking.
All right, no, that's fine. Then I mean, you can get
Yeah.
60. You can get up to 60 feet, so you'll only be 30 feet away from them, and you won't have to roll any
Perfect.
Constitution saves or anything.
Perfect. That's perfect. Then I'll take a shot.
Okay, awesome. All right, roll to
Okay.
hit.
I'm rolling.
So you're
That'll
shooting
be
the
a-
guy that Jock and Sassoon were attacking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 20.
That definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Yep. Damage will be 7.
Nice. As you pull back your bow, you take a close aim and you release. Luckily, the darkness doesn't affect you too much with your dark vision, and your arrow strikes true, hitting deep into the guy's shoulder, almost piercing his heart. A lot of blood comes seeping out, but he is still standing, but looking very rough. Anything else you'd
Awesome.
like to do?
No, I'll hold my ground there and wait my next turn.
All right, perfect. Emma, you're up.
Okay, so 6 words to make an action, right?
Well, it's not an action. You can say a couple of words without it being an action.
I was going to say in exasperation, why did I borrow the dress?
This is my fault.
Then she is going to use her action to get as close to them as, or at least within 60 feet of all these
All right, so you want to get into 60 feet, so you will have to move 1, 2, 3. So it's going to take your movement, so that's 30 feet, plus 1, 2, 3 dashes, and then you'll be 1, 2, then I'll say technically slightly out of range, but I'll say you'll just make it within 60 feet of them. So you'll have to roll 3 con saving throws for me, please.
And if I don't want to get directly into that range, but I want to use my guiding bolt, gives me 120 feet.
Yeah. So you can then 120 feet. Then it will take you. Will only take you. What do you know?
I want to stay out of that reach of free constitution, what you call it, and
Yeah,
but I still want to be close enough to.
Yeah, you'll have to take your 30 feet of movement, and then it will take 1 dash. So it will only be 1 con save, but you have bless as well, so it'll be plus a d4 to come into 120, to come into the range for guiding bolt.
So do I do the guiding bolt first or the constitution first?
Con save first.
Okay, so it's constitution, okay. Constitution plus 10. I wish. 4 plus what? D4? 1.
1d4.
Okay. D4.
Well, that con save passes, doesn't it?
Yeah, if it's above 10. Oh no, it's a fail. Emma, yeah. So you take 1 point of
Oh,
exhaustion.
shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you've got
Yeah.
any exhaustion yet, Emma. So it's not the end of the world. You just take 1 point of exhaustion.
Right then, sorry, so I'm offended. No, sorry.
Hmm?
I took 1 exhaustion previously.
Yeah, but then you rolled a d4 and it passed.
No.
So
Oh, okay. So okay,
We'll leave it
then
Yeah.
I take 1 now,
yeah,
but I'm then within the range of that.
guiding
the
bolt.
120.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I would like to please use that guiding bolt.
All right. You can. Let me just also have a look at guiding bolt again. So.
Are you okay, Tony?
Yeah, so mate, just make a ranged spell attack then. So you pretty much just roll to hit. What level are you casting at?
First level I can reach 120 feet. On second, well, it's basically just the damage that,
Yeah.
well, not that much, 4d6.
So the damage increases on the higher level. So
Oh.
who you're aiming for and what level you're casting.
Who's the immediate danger now? Sorry, I haven't got roll 20 in front of me now.
We're not on roll 20 at the moment. This is this is theater of the mind. So you see that this you do also see this creature that burst forth from one of the assailants. You see another person who's one of the other assailants kind of standing dead still in his tracks. Sassoon and Jacques and Beatrix just going to town on this poor guy. And you see another assailant. I don't think he had his turn, to be honest. I'm just trying to think. Okay, I think I did. Oh, he tried to cast. Oh, he did cast. He cast command on Sassoon. So yeah, there's pretty much 3 people there. You see a horned devil. You see 2 other humanoid creatures. They're all kind of busy engaged with each other. But Jacques, Sassoon, and Beatrix's attention are on the one that's kind of standing still at the moment. That's not moving or running.
But then I would like to focus on the one that's spilling ink. The one of the black stuff coming out of him.
All right, so that guy, you see, he did drop down. It doesn't look like he's moving anymore, but the horned devil is standing over his corpse. So do you want to go for the horned devil?
Oh,
then?
so sorry. It was the one that was down that the horn devil came out of, not
No, not the one that was down at the back, because you guys took one. The one that initially attacked you went down. You guys took care of him pretty quick. It was one of the others. There are 4 of them, so you killed one.
Yeah. Okay,
you
no,
stunned-
then I understood correct, I think.
Yeah.
So the first one that's like the closest to Adar is still down. He didn't turn into
No.
the horned
This
devil or
one, this
anything.
one was one of the other. So you guys took
The
down
other
one.
one's the one Jock slashed or
No,
somebody
no one
slashed
had
up
no one had
No, no,
attacked this
he-
guy
he-
yet. Yeah.
Oh,
The only people that have been touched is the one that touched me and the one that's lying down.
okay. Oh, sorry. Are they all 3 engaged with Sassoon and Jock, or the one
No,
is
the
engaged
3
and the other 2 running?
The 3 of us are engaged with the one that's standing still. The horn devil guy turned around and turned into a horn devil, and then
Yeah.
one guy is still running.
No,
The
the
one
one
guy
guy
still
stopped. No, the one guy didn't. He also stopped, seeing that this guy that Sassoon had stunned. He's now obviously also stopped running, so he stopped and then cast command, and he didn't take any more dash actions or anything else. He's also still in the fray there.
Okay.
Let's say not necessarily engaged, because he does see that
Yeah.
both Jacques has a rapier and Sassoon uses his fist, so he's just kind of say like about 10-15
Yeah.
feet away, while the
Okay.
horned devil is also around 10-15 feet away, and Jacques,
Okay, yeah.
yeah, and the others are engaged with the guy
Yeah.
standing still.
So the horny devil is with
Next to you.
Right?
No, he's next to the guy that's stunned.
No, that was
Oh, wait, that horny. Especially the way he's fighting. Wow.
Very
Yeah.
well done.
Yes, people focus.
Yeah.
The horny guy is.
It's not working out anymore.
It's not. It's outside of the 60 feet range, right?
No, he will. They are now. They're all within 120 feet of you, so you can choose a target for your guiding bolt, and then just roll to hit. You will have advantage on the stunned guy. I think. Is it only advantaged on melee attacks, or is it an advantage in general with stunned?
I think it's all attacks, but I am not sure. I can quickly read up what.
I'll also just have a quick look.
If I click on it, it doesn't give me the categorization for stunned, but I can probably go to conditions.
Can I do my bonus action? Use my honey badger on the.
They're not within 60 feet at this point. You can move closer. Remember, at the moment you're only in range for your guiding bolt.
It just says attack rolls against creatures have advantage. Nothing about
Yeah,
melee or
that's
range
perfect.
or anything.
Okay.
But I took that one constitution.
Yeah,
to
that was to just get in the 120-foot range of guiding
Yeah.
bolt.
If I take a guiding bolt now, will I roll with disadvantage or something?
No. You'll actually, depending on who you go for, if you go for the guy that's soon stunned, you can see he's an easier target. You'll have advantage. The others, you'll just have a normal roll.
Yeah, but
So there's three guys. There's the stunned guy that Sassoon and them are engaged with. You'll have advantage. The Horned Devil, and then the Halfling.
do the horny devil first.
Alright, so you're guiding bolt. What level are you casting?
I'm going to do him on second level.
Alright, roll
It's
to hit.
5d6 damage. So I'm doing cast first.
Perfect.
Okay, then I'm doing 21.
No, that hits. Can roll damage.
I
Nice.
think so.
Nice, guiding the bolt does a lot.
And then 21 damage.
So 21 points of damage. Jeez, yeah. So you channel this like it almost looks like that spirit ball from Dragon Ball Z, where you kind of begin to move your hands up into the air like this, and you just see these small motes of energy begin to gather between your hands as you shoot forward this ball of just pure moonlight energy. And it hits the Horned Devil, and it gives a cry of pain. What is this?
Nice.
And it did some pretty big damage. Still looks okay. You see,
Still looks
its
okay.
blue skin. No, it looks like. I mean, you see serious damage. Like you see its blue skin now pockmarked with open sores and wounds. This ball of light that kind of enveloped it, almost singeing a lot of the surface area of its skin, of its tight skin. Yeah.
Toy.
Doit. All right. But I think that will end your go, unless, yeah, I mean, you won't be able to cast Spiritual Weapon at this distance.
On my teammates, did any of them take any damage?
At this point, no one's taken damage, I think, except for Beatrick, whose balls are still aching.
Yeah.
Let them suffer.
Well, the fresh air is helping, I'll tell you how much.
Oh,
Okay, cool. I'm good.
All right, sweet. Okay, Ado, you're up.
woo.
It's just
Okay.
it's first me.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I keep freaking.
So I have a very compelling urge to sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, opposite.
Can I still attack at him while seated, or I can't remember how command works.
No, you pretty much lose your turn. You follow
Okay,
the command and you lose your turn. Yeah.
Yeah. I get a very compelling urge to sit down, and then Adam can.
All right, perfect. So you all just see Sassoon sit down like a good house cat would, and it just kind of like all confused. You can see the frustration on his face though. There's like this slight snarl of like you can tell this cat really does not want to be sitting down right now, but he has no other choice. All right, Anna, now you're up.
Okay, seeing everybody ran forward and I'm just like stuck there,
You also remember Sassoon shouting, "They took the stone."
yeah,
As he-
I know that now because I didn't know that when I ended my turn. Okay, so I'm gonna burn some matches to get within 120 feet.
All right, so you are about 90 feet away.
Am I
So-
already 90 feet away?
Yeah, well, you're 90. No, you're 90 feet at this moment. So it's going to take your 30 feet of movement plus, if you want to engage, it's going to take 2 dash actions.
So I'm only 90 feet away from where they are.
Yeah.
I thought I was like 100, almost like 150
caught-
feet away from her.
Remember, you caught up to them.
I caught up to Sassoon and
Yeah.
Jog, but before they dashed off for the other guys.
Yeah. Then they dashed off again, so they only made it another 90 feet.
Okay, so I can use my I can just use all my movement, my 30 feet, and I'm within what
60 feet.
60 feet then.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I just do that and
Alright.
then cast Firebolt at the Horny Devil.
All right. So you're going for the Horn Devil as well. Roll to hit then.
Roll to hit. Oh, bitch. 24.
Yeah. What do you roll?
24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll some damage.
Come on, damage.
Nice.
Woo! 9.
That's
Nice.
almost full.
Nice.
Nice.
It's not almost full. It's
You
almost
can do
half.
10.
I can do 20. 2 d10s.
Oh.
Oh, one.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
Humble.
Yeah, so you shoot off this firebolt. 12. You did I mean, you felt the power of this blast as you shot it off, but the power of the blast compared to what you see when it hit doesn't look like it did as much as you thought it should have. You still see some scorch marks, but it kind of just gives a grin of pleasure.
Okay.
Okay,
that is one expression I do not want to see a horny devil have is pleasure. So,
Yeah.
yo,
Not that, please.
No.
not I mean, I just tell Roger to just make haste because I assumed he was still by my side.
Yeah, I'll
So-
say he's with you. Yeah. If you want, he can catch up to them. I'll say
So
he
he's got
just
40 and then use his action to dash for another 40, around 80. So he'd be around 10 feet from them.
yeah. I'd say just
Without-
roll one con save for him.
And then he's okay.
Yeah, then you'll be in range.
Well, in range to attack or
Yeah,
in
range to
range
attack.
for next round to attack.
No, you can attack now.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna order that. Roll. 9 and his constitution is +2.
All right, so that will save then.
Will be 11. Well done. Shit,
Yeah,
so.
nice. Okay, so no
Okay.
exhaustion. Who are you attacking?
Well, the first guy, probably the one that's engaged with Jock and Sassoon.
All right, roll to hit. So
Roll.
with
So
with
he's
advantage.
no longer stunned, but is he flanked now? I don't know.
Well,
if flanked-
I mean, it's still technically part of the same round. Oh, because it's the end of your turn, right? So he
Yes, end of
becomes
my turn.
unstuck. Yeah, but he is pretty much flanked, so I would still give advantage to
Okay, but okay.
to Roger.
Can I? Yeah. Okay. What I want to position Roger specifically in between the sitting cat and the assailant. So,
Yeah,
you know. Okay.
I mean it's going to be tight.
If it's or in a position that you can probably
Doesn't he have that thing in any case if he's close to an
deflect.
ally? Yeah, deflect. I think that's automatic. So he
Impose
doesn't have to be.
disadvantage on second roll. Go
Yeah.
within 5 feet of it. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just roll to hit. That's 11 plus 5. Let me just check.
He's got
11
deflected.
plus 4. 11 plus 4, so it's 15.
That's with advantage, eh?
Oh no, I don't know. Haha. Well, the next one is 7. 7
So-
plus 4, so yeah, so 15 was the highest.
Yeah, 15 just hits. You can roll some damage.
Oh, it does great stuff. 1d8 plus 2. No, it's Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Oh, full damage. 8 plus
What?
2, 10.
Wow.
Okay,
Nice.
how would
Force
Roger like
damage.
to? How would Roger like to do this?
Roger running with momentum, swinging his little pole
Oh my.
that you over his head. No. Roger. Oh.
Not the only old devils on the field.
Oh, no.
So with the momentum, bringing the pipe down into the across the face of the assailant, like wedging this blunt melee weapon into his skull. You can see it was massive amount of force he used, you know, that he had of the running with the momentum, and you bah,
And
the
as that
assailant drops
happens,
to
his
his knees,
skull,
and then
yeah, his skull crumbles in. He drops to his knees, like you say, and as just before he falls down, looks up at all of you, his eyes kind of crossing over, and he just says, "See you all in hell," and he falls down.
falls down. No. That ends Roger's turn.
Perfect, and the guy goes down.
And mine,
Roger's
no.
over. Okay, perfect. Top of the round, the guy that charmed or commanded you, so soon he's gonna go. He will.
Have much
He-
to do.
Yeah, okay. So he's going to rush up to the downed leader. He's going to grab from within his cloak he reaches in. You guys see him pull out the familiar stone. And he's going
Not
to...
the red thing again.
he's going to risk, and now you will get an attack of opportunity since we've come to a standstill. He's going to move away. So, Jacques, Sassoon, Roger, roll attacks of opportunity to hit.
Ooh, natural 20.
Shit. Alright, so Jacques just hits as well. You guys can roll damage.
Yeah, Roger did 7 plus 4, so 11.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses unfortunately. What double damage for you, Sassoon? What did you get?
8.
8 damage. Alright.
Yeah, I rolled terribly.
So as he comes in, grabs the stone from the downed assailant. So, Jacques manages to get a slash on his back as he turns to run, and you also manage to get a punch in the back of his spine that deals an occasional amount of damage, but not as much as you'd like. Not connecting as solidly.
Can I use a key point to try and stun him since this is a melee attack?
Isn't that like a special trait or something that you should have?
I don't know.
Check reactions. It's here. Deflect missiles. Slow fall. No. Actions and combat opportunity attack. Actions. Opportunity attack. So let's see. You can make an opportunity attack. To make an opportunity, you use your reaction to make one melee attack against them. Okay, so it's a melee attack. I just want to look at what's the feature called? That stunning strike, hey?
Yes.
Movement, deflect missiles, slow fall, extra stunning strike. When you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend one key point to make the target stunned until the end of your next turn. If it fails, a con saving throw of DC. Just want to get a better understanding. I will say it is technically an attack, so yeah, I'd say you could spend a key point to do stunning strike if you'd like.
Okay,
so it's a
my last key
dexterity
point,
save.
and then it's a con save for him.
Con save of 15.
Yes.
He rolled a 11, so that's a fail.
Oh yes!
So yeah.
No,
So
his strikes are working.
Done.
So, yeah, I'm rolling terrible. So as he grabs the stone and he turns to run, so even though the punch wasn't as hard as you wanted it to be, you managed to hit a very delicate spot in his spine, and he too just comes to a standstill, absolutely fucking stopping him in his tracks. You freaking monk, you! Stopping all my freaking things. All right. That will bring his turn to an abrupt end then.
Yes.
Okay. Jacques is up.
Jacques.
Alright. No. And he's just going to go in for an attack on this stunned creature with advantage. Sorry, I just want to make sure that I subtracted those damage. I don't think I subtracted damage from this guy. 19. Oh, he got 19 damage. So yeah, he's also not looking. He's doing okayish, but also a little bit.
Gonna die now. Don't touch our rock.
Forecasts are looking good.
We have no idea what it does, and it makes some of our people feel weird, but it's ours.
It's our
It
rock.
blows with the sexy elf touches.
It's
Ours.
It's ours.
And you do actually notice now that Jacques is back in proximity to this rock, that there is again the same faint glow. Now returned after the spell magic that Emma had cast on it previously. What does that do? Oh yeah, Jacques is attacking. That's what's happening. With advantage. That definitely hits. He gets two attacks. He gets 2 attacks. So that's 7. And then he rolls again with advantage. Now that definitely hits. 18. And then he rolls. Yes, Jacques is flipping killing it tonight. 11. So that's 18 points of damage. And that will do it for this. So as you see him freeze in his tracks, Jacques is managing to get strikes of opportunity, and then Jacques again just whittles him down, pretty much slices open his first cut, slicing the left side of his head. The second one cutting the right, and this time a very deep gash, which pretty much decapitates him in like a V line like this, and his head just falls forward. Poof, down like that, and his body crumples down headless to the ground.
Dead.
The stone still clutched in his hand, and he is dead. He's headless and dead.
You are dead, boy.
Alright.
Headless Nick.
That will end Jacques'
That's
turn.
probably-
What he will do though as well, Jacques will move over the dead body and kind of prepare for his next round to reach and grab for the stone. I will say that.
Okay.
The Spine Devil.
Oh yeah.
It will come up. It's going to go for the stone, grab it. That's its action. And it's going to fly off. So make a beeline upwards. I'd say it took 10 feet for him to get there. So he's going to take an additional 30 feet of movement to start flying up. Both Jacques and I'll say, because he did move forward, but he stopped him. Jacques standing over. I'll say actually all of you also still get attacks of opportunity. Jacques, Sassoon, and
Roger.
Roger get attacks of opportunity. As this
Come
Horde
on.
Devil grabs a stone and begins to fly up.
What the fuck are the obsession with the stone?
You don't know.
Exactly. That's why I'm asking.
So
Roger
screams
has
to the air.
15.
Alright, 15. Let me just check here quickly. Jacques rolled a 22 on the class. Alright, so 15 does hit. 22 does hit.
Yeah.
Sassoon, what did you roll?
10.
10 misses, unfortunately.
Dear.
Um,
Can I roll damage?
Yeah, sorry, roll damage. I'm going to roll damage for Jacques as well.
6.
Come on, Jacques.
for-
6. And that's an
Fucking
8, so 6 plus 8.
12 points of damage to the devil.
So you got 6 and he got 8, so that's 14 total.
I got 4.
Oh,
Oh,
you got
fuck
4, you
yeah.
didn't get
6. 4
6,
plus
yeah.
2.
Yeah. I just wanna
My math
see
is
here.
not great at this time.
Okay, fuck. You guys.
Mine isn't good at any time.
Anytime, buddy. I'm not trying to say it.
Alright. So, it grabs the stone, and you guys manage to get some very good shots off. It is looking like it's really on its last legs. And I'm talking 1 HP last leg. As it gets 30 feet up into the air. That will end its go. However, it is Beardrick's turn. Beardrick, what do you
Arrow
do
my
as
man.
as you see this horned creature grab something out of from the ground and shooting up? You see Sassoon, Adar, and Roger busy harrying this creature. It's dripping this kind of very strange, deep crimsony blue blood that almost, as it drops down, freezes on the ground as it begins to shoot up into the air. What do you do, Beardrick?
Well, obviously seeing they're trying to bring it down, I say not so quickly, buddy. And I take one more arrow shot at this creature.
All right, roll to hit.
Does he have advantage?
No.
17.
That does hit. You can roll some
Yeah.
damage.
Anything but
Excellent.
0. Anything but 0. Come on.
Right, don't worry. 8.
And that will do it. You can describe how you shoot this creature out of the sky.
So, as I see it going up, pretty evident that it's almost dead. And Roger, Sassoon, and everybody else trying to desperately to bring it down again. Like I said, I'll just say, not so fast. Take another arrow. Pull it back a little bit further back than my previous shot. I can just feel the rope is there, but it's about to snap off. And I say, this is going to hit. And I shoot it off, just aiming straight for their head. And I see it knock him straight in the skull.
Perfect, and it hits him, poof, cracking bone and teeth as it shoots out the other end, and its wings kind of stop, like flap for like 2 more seconds before it just and begins to plummet down back to earth, crashing into the dust. The stone in its hand now bouncing a few feet away from him. The creature is dead. There don't appear to be any more assailants around. The quiet of the night has come back now. You hear a few doors kind of opening up. People, you hear mumbling and tired voices coming from various directions. The night disturbed now, obviously, from the commotion that's happened. What are you guys doing at this point? You're out of combat. There is no, doesn't seem to be any more. It doesn't seem to be any more threat that you can pick up immediately. At this point, you just passed the miners' exchange. There's like a windmill kind of just a little bit further south of you, in open fields with some farmlands nearby, a few huts and things close by, like residential places.
The first thing I do is probably get out of the sitting position, and now with without wearing any clothes, you can now actually like see where the wings and elephant arms come out of my body, and I just take like a weird stretch, and I'm just like, that went better than usual, I guess. Did anybody get hit?
Wasn't he did? You
Yeah,
right?
but no, I did
No,
not.
this is weird.
Roger, Roger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh,
Does anybody
but the
recognize
missions-
these people's tattoos?
You rolled a pretty
Yeah.
high perception originally. Hang on, let me just, guys, I need to run to the toilet quick. Just give me a moment. Sorry.
Perception check.
Mm. So, forgetting that I'm naked, as people come out of their houses, I'll just go like this. Say, nope, all good, all good. No.
Yeah, start doing my stretches since I'm exhausted. By the end of this adventure, by the end of this night, we're gonna be known as the Little Clothes Heroes or something.
The little clothes heroes.
Exactly.
Our naked saviors.
Naked will never be the same.
Tiger strength protein.
Na 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 na.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so as you see town folks, like you say, coming out and what's going what, and you kind of say it's all right, it's okay, but you still see folks coming out to inspect. I mean, there's a couple of bodies lying around. The destroyed winged spine devil you see is now almost melting in a puddle of ooze. Most of its form
Nice.
busy disintegrating. And
I immediately go and loot like the first one that was like a bit behind us.
all right, make an investigation check.
Check.
Did we piss off a tattoo parlor?
Apparently.
Seems like it.
Investigation. Let's get it. 16.
16.
Yeah.
You find that he's carrying a quite a decent looking dagger. It's serviceable. It doesn't look like it's got anything too special about it, but very well looked after and kept. You also find a couple of gold pieces, around about 10 gold pieces in a coin purse. Doesn't look like he's got too much on him other than that. You find a few strange components. Some strange root type thing. You also find like it just looks like an iron chalice,
Okay.
and like some strange looking spices and dust, pretty much. Look like it might be ash, perhaps.
Is this tattoo still discernible? The right word?
That?
Is it that? Can I still see the tattoos?
Yeah, so you do see the tattoos on.
Can I-
They're quite visible, like when you start inspecting their bodies. Which I mean, these people are emaciated, they're skinny, and the tattoos that are on them look as if it was painful to receive. Not only are they scarred and deep looking, you also see obviously like the but
Would Ador like know about this? Have we seen this before?
I'd have you roll a history check for me. Those of you as well, you can either roll history or arcana.
16.
Can I
Alright.
assist you?
Yeah, well, if you'd like to, you yourself can either roll a history or an arcana.
21.
Oh dear. I'm fucking stupid. I rolled a 4.
What did you roll, Susu?
21.
Nice.
I mean,
I
I've
got
gone
6.
away.
I've like some kind of dice set that burns, and every time I roll, there's this like flaming sound, and then every time like Togni starts explaining the attack, it bursts, and I keep thinking it's like a sound effect he makes.
Wow.
But
Impressive.
Alright, so
My history check
16.
was 13.
Sorry, say that again.
My history check I did was 13.
Okay, 13 for you, 16 for you. Hey, Adar.
Yeah, well.
Alright, and Sassoon. Alright.
21. 21.
Okay, so in the
21. 21.
okay, 21, sure. Okay, 21 for you, Sassoon. Sorry. Okay, yeah, so you see that in the eerie glow of the moonlight, the canvas of their skin reveals an intricate map of profaned art. Tattoos daubed in a spectral spectrum of iridescent azure and blood crimson. So this bluish red merger to an array of chilling in an array of chilling symphony. They're intimidating. They seem abyssal in nature. These definitely look like cultist markings. And what's also some of these symbols and etchings and the colouring almost remind you of that symbol in blood that you had found in the Tresendor Manor in Glassstaff's office or laboratory. You found this strange symbol on the ground, and a lot of the markings are very reminiscent of that. It looks with that high history roll, Sassoon kind of now almost trying to piece together these pieces. You recall some of your studies back at the monastery on the symbols of the 8 levels of hell, and you do notice that. So some of the tattoo designs that you see this one that really piques your interest, that also sort of matches that symbol that you had seen on the ground under the Tresendor Manor. You recognize it as being the watching eyes. The unerving pattern of a multitude of eyes represents Mephistopheles' ever-watchful gaze, signifying his omnipresent nature and his complete awareness of his followers' actions. With that high roll, you also notice the tattoo symbols of chains. That's kind of what they call it. There's some chains are a prominent part of their tattoos, alluding to the Mephistopheles' dominion over them. The fact that the chains wind through the tattoos, binding the varied symbols together, is a physical representation of their unwavering loyalty and servitude. You also see the ritualistic dagger. This one you see on the one that, the second one that you've taken, the one that had the stone the second time round. This symbolizes the sacrifices that the cultist made in the name of his chosen patron, bearing testament to his commitment. And this one is particularly deep cut in his chest. This dagger that almost looks like it reveals his sternum. So there's a bunch of these different symbols, but those are the ones you could mostly kind of pick out among the scratchings and sores and pustules that cover the bodies of these 4.
So speaking to the group now, so what we know is these cultists that I'm pretty sure we've dealt with before are after this rock. Do you think they want the rock, or they like?
So just before anyone answers that, just so that we kind of recall, you guys haven't necessarily encountered these. This is the first time
okay.
you've encountered the symbol, perhaps, but you haven't encountered. That's kind of the only real link. Besides that, you haven't seen anyone else kind of dressed or styled.
That
like
that
these
wasn't
characters.
that was in the manor, but we did fight people in the manor, didn't we?
Yes, but none of them.
But that was
they
just
seemed-
Rainbrand.
Yeah, they seemed like a kind of a different faction. This is like.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
It could be the storm people, the clouds
Yeah,
that
that's
attacked
good.
us.
The clouds.
Yeah, because there's 4 thorny devils there as well.
And even when the Jabberwocky had come, they said weird stuff about like the Jabberwocky is here because of like cultist stuff, or because of reasons.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
Yeah, no, I can't remember that stuff. Okay, so we haven't. Okay, yeah, so we're not sure if
It's at this point. you see-
if they
Yeah,
want the
okay.
rock, and if they want to get the rock for someone else. At this point, we don't know. But yeah, well.
At this point, you see Sildar coming out along with Town Master Whitestrin. Hang on, let me freaking. I have to recall these names again. But Halia is also there. Sildar comes walking up, as well as a very tired and sour-looking Town Master. What's his face? Harbin Wester. And Sildar is like, my friends, what's going on here? This looks like a exciting battle that I'd missed out on. What can you tell me?
For someone
it
who
was
knows
also like, yes,
everything
indeed.
that goes on in town.
Hey?
Emma's just in a very bad mood still with Pedrick, so she tells what's his face? Sildar. For someone who knows everything that's going on in this town, you seem to miss this one.
While everybody's busy, I do go and pick up the stone again.
Alright, perfect. So soon you have the stone again. Sildar turns to you, Emma. Lady, I'm hurt. I've done nothing but help you. I'm sorry that you feel this way. Perhaps there's something I can do to try and assuage your feelings of anger towards me. I'm hurt. You can see, like, he looks more hurt and disappointed that he missed out on the fighting than anything else, really.
Can you give Emma the letter now? That would, really help me.
Beatrick, I thought I'm sorry, my man. I was planning on seeing your group in the morning, and I didn't want to upset Emma. I was going to give you a head start. I had a feeling she would have chased after you, so I didn't want to.
She
upset you.
right. She chased her right, just not herself, and it was after something of me. So
kind of standing
So
there
to
still
be clear,
naked.
yeah, I'm still standing there naked, yeah. But I was forgotten about this by now. I'm
Both
just
of us
thinking,
are.
Yeah, so until somebody points it out to me, I'm not gonna click. So yeah.
As well, he kind of points to you there. He kind of points to a little boy that's also kind of peeking out behind like a low stone wall that they're going on. Fetch
Children
these.
should not be peeking.
Yeah, go fetch some clothes. You shouldn't be around. Fetch these good gentlemen something warm, a blanket or something to put around them. They're indecent. And the little boy quickly runs off. Yes, sir. Like a bit frightened at what's going on. Like this town has seen a lot of shit, but they kind of already sort of battle hardened, and So already some townsfolk are coming out and beginning to rifle through the bodies as well, unless anyone else wants to do some last checks before people come and.
I'm just did Jock pick up the stone at least, or
Yeah, so soon grabbed it.
Sassoon grabbed it?
I would like to check the guy who cursed me for like any notes or anything on his person that could help see why he just wanted the stone in the first place.
All right,
Okay.
roll an investigation.
Did we see?
Does it
Still
maybe want to
going.
help? No, 7.
Yeah, but
All right, all I say is,
Maybe.
Adol, you're a what do you call it? Abbot looter.
scavenger, scavenger.
You can assist if you'd like.
I assist the cat man in the rummaging of
Alright,
the
so either you
poor
can roll
body.
or Sassoon you can roll again.
Rather you roll. The cat is many things, but intelligent.
Yes. I roll investigation.
No comments.
All right. Yeah, roll investigation.
15 with advantage or just once?
No, just one, just once.
15.
Okay, cool. So you do find quite this time a much more ornate dagger.
A much more ornate.
Yeah. Its hilt is encrusted with semi-precious stones, and its edge is unnaturally sharp. It feels like.
You're assisting me, but I'm getting more in the way than I am actually searching.
Yeah. Adol kind of just shoves you out of the way. You're just pawing at everything. You're like kind of half-heartedly. You're more like not really caring about your nudity, but you're just kind of like comparing your physical form to Beatrix, perhaps, as you're distracted by his. Because don't get me wrong, Beatrix, even though you're very lithe and not like skinny, but very still well built and defined. Like you guys, like every movement you make, you just see these muscles, like these very so I can't think of the words now, but very defined muscles, like a ripple. So it is a little distracting for you, Sassoon.
Sassoon, sit down.
As long as you tell me to.
But you
And
can,
I take my crossbow and I just put it in front of me and I like try and back away slowly.
you do find so you can just say bloodstained dagger.
Oh, bloodstained dagger.
Yeah, there's it looks like there's this permanent blood stain pretty much on it. You also find the robes of this cultist. Now that you have a bit of a closer look, they are very dark, obviously to kind of mask them at night, perhaps.
Is it just a normal dagger that it is, or is it a specific?
Well, I mean, just you can study it more later, but at the moment that's kind of all you pick up on.
Okay.
So that's why I say just mark it down. Just call it add a dagger, but I suppose just add note there saying bloodstained dagger.
Bloodstained. Okay.
You also find obviously the robes that this guy was wearing, the kind of cloak that goes over, and it looks like it's got a similar insignia to what you had found on the floor of the cultists, not the cultists, of the Tresendor Manor, in the so kind of similar style glyph. If you'd like to take those particular robes.
Yes, I would. I'll put everything in my bag. Dagger. Yes, that's how many daggers I have.
Well, most people carry daggers, you know.
Yeah, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
5 daggers now.
Add to your dagger.
Is
My
it,
soldier is going to be made out of daggers.
This
you also find
bloodstained dagger, sorry, yeah.
In one of the pockets of this leader cultist, you find what appears to be a very crude, rudimental kind of map with a bunch of markings and scratchings on it. You take a quick glance at it. It's not difficult to suss out what's going on. It does appear that there's a couple of marks on there. One of the marks kind of encircling the Stonehill Inn. The other kind of circling the cottage that you guys have like frequented, your new abode, and a couple of kind of like lines, almost as if like kind of this might like to get here from here this is the most likely route that you'd have to kind of walk.
Quick question.
Yes.
From Emma, actually. She wants to know if she noticed seeing Sildar and Lady Alia walking together, or were they working separately?
I'll say roll a perception check for me. You can roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
And then you also find a handful of various pieces of coin adding up to even less than the previous guy, like 5 gold pieces.
Give me a second. I'm just gonna quickly use
Alright.
the code. Perception, eh?
Yeah.
That'll be 11.
There was a lot of commotion happening. It wasn't by the time she thought to kind of check, she didn't really notice if they arrived together. I mean, they didn't. They all kind of looked like they were coming. I mean, people coming from all kind of directions and beginning to gather. So, and everyone is heading in kind of your directions. And there's like one body a little further up where there's a couple of crowds also starting to gather a little bit. Not too many people, but a fair amount. I mean, it's not a huge village or anything, but still, you made enough commotion that quite a decent amount of people woke up and come to check. But the majority of the crowd is focused around where you guys are now.
Right.
And that's where everyone kind of converged. So Horben, the town master, and Halia as well. Also, obviously now being one of the newly elected town masters, so them having the joint seat, and Sildar all coming pretty much to where you are, where the action is. So it was a bit difficult to tell. You're not sure.
She would also like to investigate the symbols on the bodies, right?
She's already rolled. I think you rolled for a history check for that already.
I think we rolled together, yeah.
Yeah, everybody had rolled. So Sassoon was the only one who could really make out. I mean, he rolled. So all that information is with Sassoon unless he decides to share it with you.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now I'm just checking the rolls now. Yeah. So now Emma rolled a 13, and then Sassoon. Adar, you also rolled pretty high. I mean, you do know that these symbols look suspiciously very much like that large symbol you found in Tresendor Manor.
I definitely share that with the group. Like,
Okay.
say,
All right.
On a
So
taking-
the little boy comes up.
can I take a piece of paper and then just like copy the similar symbols, so that if we again meet symbols like this, we can just cross-reference it.
Yeah, perfect. Write down.
We are also really close by to the manor. We can-
But that's not gonna work.
Let's walk in there and just look around.
Look around. We've been there, done that. Killed the
Not to
people, got
mention
the
you're in a
treasure.
keychain, we're gonna pull a pen and paper from.
Save the princess.
Well, he's got the pen.
Yeah, well, that pen doesn't work.
But I mean, I'll say you can roll. I wouldn't necessarily make you roll for it, but you can just write down. I mean, it's going to take you a moment to get a pen and paper and start just copying down some of the symbols. It's not too tricky or anything like that. So you do like a bit of an not an autopsy, like a criminal scene investigation type thing. So just add a piece of, just add to your inventory piece of paper with drawn symbols from cultists. Cultist
Is
tattoos.
this
or-
the same? Okay. Yeah.
Sorry, is this the same Lolov sign symbol that I identified just after the wolves or crashed wolves? But
Well, from that history, you did roll a history check to see if you recognize the symbols. You don't recognize them, and you are very familiar, not very familiar, but you are quite familiar with Lolth and the Spider Queen herself. However, this does not appear to be related to that. None of the symbols that you see on the bodies here seem to match any of Lolth's known symbology, or at least the symbology that you know. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Good night. I'm going to bed, says Adar.
all right. And off. Good night. Sildar and Halya and Horben, all kind of also still standing around, are just busy. Sildar kind of still giving orders to both of them, telling them sort of what to do in this case. He's kind of, you hear him say that please just make note of what you find. He also just chats to you guys and asks what you have found. Obviously, I don't know how much you tell him, how much you share in terms of what you find on the bodies. Do you tell him everything, or what information do you give him?
I go back to my room, get dressed.
Yeah, well, a little boy does eventually come out with a blanket that Sildar had asked him to get for you and Sassoon. So you guys have quite a rough.
I ignore the blanket completely and walk back to the inn. I don't share anything at this stage.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back as well. And well, I'll walk with Sassoon, a little bit of a distance, arm's length, and then
Arm's length. Yo.
I sort of
like,
spread
hey,
out the wings and the elephant arms just to look muscular next to this man.
you don't have to add on to that, you know. You just said okay. Whatever.
Well,
fine.
Sassoon, I mean, even in your nakedness, I mean, you're quite fluffy. So, but even through your fluff, you can see the muscle, kind of, also very very well built for, I mean, your lithe form. But it's just harder to see, obviously, through all the fluff.
Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is,
Just trying to be
I tell
fair.
Sassoon on the way back to the inn, I just tell him, okay. I don't know, is it still night times, early hours of the morning?
No,
what
it's
time is
still
it?
nighttime. I mean, this all happened in a matter of a few seconds. This
Cool.
encounter
And
occurred,
then
so
I'll
still
tell
very
Sassoon,
much dark.
tomorrow morning, we need to talk. And then just shoot off.
Alright. So everybody kind of disperses. Sildar kind of just stands there. Well, good night, folks. I suppose we'll chat in the morning. I will help deal with this. What ho and so forth, and bugger off.
Before I go to bed, I do my key exercises again to sort of just replenish it, or else I'm probably also not going to be able to sleep.
Alright, perfect. So you do a couple of your exercises, regain your key in order to regain your key. Anything else before you guys head off to bed?
Nope.
Alright, so you guys make your way
I'd
back
like
up.
to throw a dagger at Cedric.
Then I already walked off. Too late.
Yeah. So once you guys make your way back up, you just see both Halya and after getting instruction from Sildar, Halya and Horben start heading off in various directions to gather whatever they might need to start just clearing up the scene. A lot of the townsfolk are also just coming out to see and help, but you guys obviously having enough have left. The town, everyone seems like a little bit in shock, but I mean at this point nothing seems to surprise them very much. I mean, you also see some of them obviously standing around with weapons held, like rudimentary weapons, of course, like pitchforks and shovels and things like that. Obviously, not quite sure what's happened, but already you can see they are prepared for what if there were to be some sort of an attack. They have
Ready to throw down.
yeah, they've been training with Moth and the others up at Tresendor, so that you can see they're busy, like they're eager. A lot of them look eager for to test their metal, but and also to prove themselves. But not on this night, unfortunately.
One thing I also might want to do just before we go to bed is sneak past Jock's room and just hold the stone close to him to see if it's still glowing.
Yeah. So as you go past his room, you roll a stealth check if you're planning on sneaking.
15.
That should be fun.
Just a moment. Okay. Alright, so you feel pretty confident that you sneak up without anyone really noticing. You get outside his door, walking up the stairs, paying close attention to the rock. You do notice
I would have stayed by gone from the outside like the roof.
Oh, that's right. So your usual, you've done it before.
Usual.
Yeah, your little
Usual way you spy on the other party members, you know.
Well, he's done it before, I remember. So.
Yeah.
So as you go closer to his window, you do start to see the stone begin to pulse that sickly red. Nothing too obvious just yet, but it does seem to be alive again. And that initially the dust and grime of the day had built up on it after all your blood tests that you had done the previous day. That seems to now have disappeared, and it seems to be clean and shiny and as if it was newly formed, or polished rather.
Yeah, okay, I'll leave it there for now.
All right. And also, you just for note's sake or whatever, you also hear Sildar mention to Halia and Herben to perhaps set up night watches stationed around the town, and make sure that they trusted people, because obviously there's shit happening, and strangers have been coming into town without anyone really without notice, and there's obviously danger about, so he wants the town to be on high alert. Alright, and with that you all head off to bed to take your rests. Yeah, and I think we will end it there, everybody, if that's alright.
Please.
Perfect.
I'm sleeping. I'm trying to keep myself awake, but I'm failing.
Yeah. No, but nice, guys. That was like, I don't think it would have gone the way it went if Jacques didn't roll that natural 20 on perception.
Yeah, no, I don't think the four of them, me against the four of them would have worked as well at all.
Yeah.
If you were feeling stressed.
No, so well done, guys. That was a lacquer session and a nice first session back. No TPKs this time, so
Yeah.
that's good.
No damage, no hits.
You guys
They
are like,
also didn't really try. I mean, the only two attacks were sort of the flaming things.
yeah, and you were very dexterous, so I mean, they kind of were doing that to the wrong person, so. But they don't know. They obviously don't know that you're a dexterous.
Maybe they were friendly. Maybe.
Yeah, that's also what I was
we
thinking.
just
Like, this is one of the
murdered
first
them.
times we just like attacked first. You know,
Yeah.
They were thieves, so they weren't like friendly, but they
Where was Halia, the so-called, keep the group
Yeah.
calm? Well, no, she just went in blazing with her.
Do you mean
Oh.
Emma?
I mean
No.
Emma. I
Yeah.
do mean Emma. Oh,
Emma
I
was
do.
there. She was behind me.
I did the
Yeah,
fucking
but-
golden gold thing.
That's what I said. She gave us swivel cuck that we just go in and attack, and then she just went in and attacked.
Well, she was
Yeah,
obviously upset with Beatrix. She had some
I
hate.
enjoyed Beatrice's
Yeah.
sarcasm.
Missed-
Oh
yeah.
no, guys, don't go.
Well, I mean, she did have some pent-up anger, obviously, that she had to get out. So
Yeah.
she had to release some of that anger through her guiding bolt. So
Through a guiding bolt.
yeah.
Oh, she did it. She did it great.
Yeah, but you guys did well. Good use of your. I think it was a nice session just to also use your abilities and such, and I think you all did pretty well. So a lot. I really, in my mind, obviously I set it up to balance. So I mean, but I really thought. I mean, these people were going to get away with the rock at least. But
Yeah, no, but yeah, no, I got very, very lucky. I think almost all of the stunning strikes just worked, and that sort of, you know, makes a chase hard.
yeah, that stunning strike is a real thorn. Can't do freaking anything. But no, that's the point. I think that's it's good. You need to use your abilities, please.
Yeah, but I was pretty much out. If there was one more round, I wouldn't have been able to do
Yeah,
anything.
that's why I knew if with that stunning. Well, I didn't know. Obviously, the creature didn't know. But I mean, if the creature took off, but if you landed a hit, you were out of key points, so you wouldn't have been able to do stunning strike. Although if you did hit, you probably would have taken him out. If everybody had hit, obviously he only had the one hit point left when he took off.
Yeah, that was. Luckily, Bedrick took him down with an arrow.
I think Bedrick took all of them down. Bedrick and Roger.
Yeah, you freaking.
Bedrick and Roger.
Yeah.
He really just finished them off. You guys did all the damages. So.
Yeah, just coming there with his bow and arrow, just freaking taking everyone out like a sniper.
Yeah, so if we have to blame anybody for the murders, we know who.
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah. I also had to say that Silda does say obviously before you go to bed that this does need to be discussed and spoken about, but he does leave it for the morning. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you very much, and until next week then, hey?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jojo. This was very nice.
It's lekker
Thanks,
to get
guys.
back in it again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Very lekker.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, everyone.
Yes. Thanks. Feel better soon, Toons.
Hope so. Cheers, guys. Bye.